It's your guy L Selector back at it again. And today is it. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the road today. Today, the Toronto Raptors did take the W or the L, actually, I have to say. And I'm getting ahead of myself, but the Raptors did take the L tonight. Fortunately, and it's the end, man. It's the end. It's the end. It's done. That's it. That's all, folks. 76ers were able to come into Toronto. Very highly anticipated game six. And they were the ones who got to finish this off in game six, 132-97. The Toronto Raptors were unfortunately defeated by the 76ers tonight. A lot of people are not happy, but hey, we got to talk about this, Win, lose, we're going to be here regardless. So a lot of things going on tonight, NFL draft, a lot of things going on tonight. But we're here watching this and covering this. So let's go straight into it. Ken Birch, 5 minutes, 0 points, 1 rebound. I think maybe that was the last we've seen of Ken Birch here. Scotty Barnes, 35 minutes, 18.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Scotty minus 33 tonight. Not the best. He wasn't the best night for Scotty, but Pascal Siakam, 43 minutes, 24.7 rebounds, 7 assists. Just overall, not really the best night, man. Even though Gary Trent, he ended up finishing with 40 minutes, 19 points, 0 rebounds, 2 assists. OG Anunoby came in with 29 minutes, 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. 0 assists, 1 steal. Chris Boucher had probably one of the better nights tonight. He ended up finishing with 31 minutes, 25 points, 10 rebounds. Yeah, pretty good tonight. 10 rebounds, double. Precious Achua, 22 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds. And then we had Thaddeus Young, 21 minutes, 7 rebounds, and then that was basically it. And then, Delano Banton came off the bench, 2 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds. So overall, not the best night for the Raptors. Unfortunately, the first quarter came and we were doing pretty well in the first quarter, I must say. We did do pretty well in that first quarter. I think the first quarter we were putting up those points. We were doing our thing. Like, we were actually out here. We were competing. We were up. It was back and forth the first two quarters. By halftime, we were down by about 1 point, and then they came back from the bench. Sorry, from halftime. They came back from halftime, and then basically the 76ers, they got on their A game. And they played the better game tonight. They blew us out. They killed us basically by over 30 points tonight. So they took care of their business. You see what I'm saying? Like, Joel Embiid had 33 points, 10 rebounds. I told guys to watch out for Maxey, and Maxey came up and he tore it up tonight. 44 minutes, 25 points. Nick Nurse wasn't really there's a lot of stuff that was just not good tonight. There's going to be a lot of guys that have to be traded. Unfortunately, there's going to have to be a lot of guys that have to go. Or not a lot, but there's going to be some guys, and it's going to be predominantly on the starting lineup that are going to have to leave here, because at this point, I don't think we're paying guys too much, and at this point, we got to shake up things on this team. So it is what it is, but we weren't able to contain Tyrese Maxey. We weren't able to contain James Harden. He ended up hitting a big 3. Danny Green was icing them threes early. He was just bombing them threes. You see what I'm saying? From early, like 4 threes in that game. I seen him early. He was getting those big shots early, and it was just like, Tobias Harris ended up scoring 19 and 11. Like, when they play nights like this, they had a well-balanced offense tonight. And it showed. You see what I'm saying? It really did show, They were cooking us on the rebounding standpoint as well, defensively. The defensive rebounds, they were cooking us on that standpoint as well. So it's just kind of like they were the better team tonight. Honestly, they were the better team. And at the end of the day, I don't like how the Raptors played tonight, but hey, it is what it is. They lost. We should have won this series. What's next for the Raptors? Honestly, we're gonna have to just prepare for the draft. That's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to get ready and prepare for the draft because at the end of the day, it's kind of that's where it's going. We're gonna have to get ready for this draft. Then we're gonna have to find some guys, and we're gonna have to make some big trades. Some guys have to go. I believe some guys are gonna have to go because the league is only getting better. It's getting guys are taller, longer, faster. They're hitting their threes. They're being able to do a lot of different things. The Raptors, a lot of guys are saying, yeah, I hear you, Def 4K. Yeah, you're right. They did try their best, but listen, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, it's not about trying your best. It's about winning. That's why we're here. We play the game to win. We don't play to lose. We play to win. We got to be out here winning, 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 winning. That's all we have to do. Did who? Okay, so I'm gonna point out some key factors, and I'm gonna let you guys in a minute. But I'm just gonna point out some stuff because I got to get this off my chest. So as far as like what happened tonight, I think honestly there was no real play from the bench. There was nothing from the bench. They got nothing from the bench. So Nick Nurse does the same thing he usually does. He plays a short bench. OG Anunoby gave us no production at all. There was no production from OG Anunoby. Like he basically, I was called like by halftime, I was like, "Yo, bro, where's OG Anunoby? Like he's not giving us anything." You see what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's just kind of like. Then on top of that too, it's like Precious Achiuwa gave us nothing as well too. In games like this, you got to give us something. You got to come out here and compete. Also, another thing that's a problem too is Toronto Raptors don't have any passers. They don't have anyone who knows how to pass the ball in the starting lineup. I'm looking at the team, and the team can't pass the ball. They don't know how to you know what I mean, find guys, et cetera, et cetera. It's like a lot of Pascal does this thing. A lot of ISO situations going on from time to time. You see what I'm saying? And it's like ISO and 3. It's kind of like they're very predictable at this point. And they weren't able to, they weren't able to give us what they needed to give us, you know what I mean? As far as that. So I think we got to find a primary ball handler. We need a guy who can, and a facilitator, a guy who can pass the ball and give us that. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, guys. Like, you guys got to realize, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff that the Toronto Raptors are lacking. There's a lot we're lacking. There is a lot. Like, we're not a complete team. We're not there yet. You know what I mean? We're not there yet. We need guys on this team. We need specific guys. We need guys who are dependable on this team. We need guys who are efficient, guys who can bring it night in, night out, guys who can play in big time minutes. Well, Scotty Barnes, I like Scotty Barnes, and I love what Scotty Barnes was able to do. That's one of the plus sides for him. I like to see more consistency from guys like because like Chris Boucher played pretty good tonight. Gary Trent was like, he was whatever, I mean, he scored 19 points, but I think outside of scoring, Gary Trent really, he's defensively, he's pretty good. He's all right. You know what I mean? But I want to see Gary Trent maybe bring the ball up. Scotty Barnes was bringing up the ball. And then on top of that, too, Precious Achiuwa was very inconsistent tonight. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't get nothing from him. We virtually got nothing from him. Delano Banton and Precious Achiuwa scored the same amount of points tonight. Why not just play Delano Banton? He got 22 minutes. Delano Banton only got 2 minutes. Delano Banton got 2 minutes and Precious Achiuwa got 2 minutes. And they virtually scored the same amount of points. So it's kind of like we need to get a lot more out of these guys. If you're playing 22 minutes, you got to have a productive, especially in the playoffs where it counts. You know what I mean? I understand Chris Boucher, you're shooting a lot of threes. You see what I'm saying? The 3 points. Like, listen, we were good in going into the first 2 quarters. By halftime, we got out of halftime, and Doc Rivers gave those guys the message, and they delivered. And that's what they're supposed to do. Unfortunately for Toronto, there was no message. They were kind of flat. They were flat, virtually. That was it. They only scored, look at it. They were, 61 points in halftime? And then I'm only scoring 3 in 2 quarters. They only scored about 30 points. So they scored about 30 points in 30-something points in 2 quarters. Well, the other team went on to freaking score You know what I mean? Like what? Like 60 something points in 2 quarters. So, bro, we got crushed. We got crushed. Honestly. You know what I mean? We got crushed. Like, and if people are laughing at us, so be it. They have the right to laugh at us. Let's get into the comment section. I'm gonna get into the comment section. I'm gonna open this up right now for you guys. Trade Pascal Siakam, trade Fred Van Fleet. I'm sorry, man. I can't take it anymore. Pascal Siakam is good. He's good in my books. I don't think there's no need to trade Pascal Siakam. We were over double teaming and leaving people open at the three. Thank you, Louis. You saw that too. I agree with you. What did I say? I want Patrick Baldwin Jr. Trade Pascal Siakam. Trade him. I don't know about Patrick Baldwin right now. I don't think Patrick Baldwin would be on the bench right now if this was. Let's keep it a buck. Nick Nurse will be fine, just like Dwayne Casey. He'll be fine, just like Dwayne Casey. Watch. I think you're trying to say fired. Raptors tried their best, man. Gotta respect them. Yeah, listen, hey, you get paid. They get paid though. They have to try their best. Like we gotta win these games, bro. Like we gotta win these games, man. Fred Van Fleet might be the softest player in NBA history. He got to play. No, he's injured, bro. Don't force a guy into playing because that, you know what happens. Then all of a sudden something really bad happens, and then the franchise is in trouble. That gives us a bad. Remember, there's agents, there's other players who have management, there's other players who talk, and there's organizations that talk, and that will be spread around during free agency. Players won't want to come here. Players will want to leave here. I'll leave people with a sour taste. You don't force an injured guy. If a guy says he's hurt, let him sit. We need to win and win. Why the F did we lose to these bums? If only the Raptors win game 3, we would. Yeah, if we won game 3, it'd be up by 3-2. Yeah, I agree with you. We should have won. Now it goes back. You got to look back in retrospect. What we couldn't done, what we could have, we should have done, what we couldn't done. I remember watching a great Kobe Bryant when he came to Toronto for All-Star Weekend. He was talking to international media, and he was talking about how he let that Detroit Pistons series go in 2000 and I think it was 4-3 or something like that. He let that series go, and that was a series that he regrets. He should have, he should have got that one. You see what I'm saying? He should have got that one, but he realized, he looks back in retrospect, he's like, if I changed up certain things, like we could have won that series or won that championship. We need Patrick Baldwin, man. I'm telling you. I'm talking about we need a center. Masai is, if you draft the dumb player, if I'm on your head, listen. Masai knows what he's doing, bro. It's not Masai at the end of the day. He doesn't play out there. He just puts the guys out there. Raptors really made Kendrick Perkin a right, like, what a joke. Yeah, it is what it is, People need to understand this was not a championship or bust year for us. You're 100% right. It wasn't a championship year or bust, but at the same time, this was a series that we should have and could have won. This was an upset series for us. This would have been a defining moment, because you know what happens? Because we lose this series, we don't really, now we're there's all these question marks in there. Where are we going? And on top of that, a lot of guys did that to themselves. Like, I'm not blaming Pascal. I'm not going to blame, but I'm saying guys like Fred was injured. Guys like Precious. There's gonna be OG Anunoby. Guys are gonna start really questioning, are these guys really it? Next year's gonna be like, okay, can you produce? Like, are you gonna be able to, in games like this, will you be able to rise to the occasion? Because Tyrese Maxey was able to rise to the occasion. You see what I'm saying? Joel Embiid was able to rise. When you get paid that kind of money, you gotta start. And you're a role player, you gotta start producing, and you want to remember, like, we had DeMar DeRozan and we had Kyle Lowry and all these guys, and we were able to go and do things. Now we don't have them anymore. So it's kind of like we have to produce. We have to still produce at the high level. We can't bring down the game. We can't water ourselves down. Yeah, we had all these situations, et cetera, and but at the same time, though, we still have to have the bar. There has to be a higher bar for ourselves as a team. I'm not going to sit down and say it's the end of the world. It's not the end. There's always next season. But at the same time, bro, it's going to be a long time before we get to the playoffs again. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't just magically appear. Like, we were spoiled all those years, guys. You never know what can happen in the NBA, man. I've seen the NBA just change, the landscape change within like the blink of an eye. One day it's like this. One day it's like that. Lakers fans are tripping. You know what I mean? Raptors, we should be at least kind of holding our team to account. Like, it's all good. We did our best. Like, we did our best. You're right. But at the same time, we did not play at the level. We did not compete in that second half the way we should have competed. And I think that really hurt us. We were the youngest team in the East making the playoffs. Listen, man. Pelicans are out there competing. There's a lot of young guys out there. The league's gonna always get young, but at the same time, it's just like OG Ananobi, guys like that. You've been around. You know what I mean? You got to step up, man. Look at the stat sign, man. What like we can't ignore the stat line. We can't just play that game because that's when people make fun of us. Like, oh, we get swept. We're this, we're that. We can't ignore the stat line. We have to kind of acknowledge what is happening right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, guys, we got to acknowledge things. You see what I'm saying? None of these dudes are Kobe on the season. Yeah, I agree with you. But at the same time, I'm just using that analogy. Listen, I'm going to open up the chat. Anyone wants to jump in, jump in. And yo, it's the end of the season. I just needed to get that off my chest because I know a lot of guys have stuff they want to talk about as well. But at the end of the day, man, bro, we should have handled our business tonight. We should have handled the business. I think we should have won this series. I strongly believe we should have won this series. These are guys who are intimidated of us. If somebody's scared of you, there's a reason why they're scared of you. So you got to make sure that you keep that fear in them, and you got to make sure you dominate them at whatever you're doing or whatever you've done for them to. You have to make sure because once they defeat you, they feel like they rose to the occasion. The odds were stacked up against them to lose. We had nothing. But the reality was we should have won that because at the end of if we won that, people would have been like, yeah, they were the better team. The Raptors were the better team. A lot of people said the Raptors will get these guys out of here. Didn't happen. Raptors play like trash in the playoffs, man. You're right. Like always. No, I don't know about like always. They come on, man, fighting for our respect. Let them go. What do you mean? Let them go? Let them go on this team. I could not knock down three. Come on, man. Come on. You can come on, bro. Bro, come on. Rap 6 Canada TV. Come on, knock it off, man. You're not gonna come into a rap NBA game and knock down threes like that. Not with pros. That 4K, man. What's going on, man? What's your take on tonight, man?
Yeah, of course, last game of the season kind of disappointed, but I gotta give Raptors and Nick Nurse props for, not just lying down and get utterly disrespected after being down 3-0. So, I appreciate them as a team, going out there and playing. Obviously, this is a game that we could have easily won. We were in it till about the second half, right? And they just blew this whole game open. I feel like the main reason they won was because of, their role players hitting shots. And at that point, you really can't do anything because, one, we were depleted. Our guys were like injured and like they couldn't really play to the level they were playing in regular season. But like when you're doubling Harden and Embiid, right? Because you don't have the necessary personnel to, just guard them face up, right? You can't really win a series like that. On top of just calls going their way and them having superstar talent, us not having that, and then there were like games that we just threw away, right? Like you can say that okay, we came down 3 only one, but you're exactly right. I was listening to what you were saying earlier, right? We should have won game 3, right? We should have
Yep,
never let game 1 and game 2 get like dis get destroyed like that, right?
yep.
So this was very easily a series we could have won, right?
I agree.
And I see these Raptors teams being at least a second round exit type of team, right? Like
I
this seems
agree.
like an early exit for us. The teams are Sixers are a good team. Gotta give them credit, right? Like Doc Rivers, he didn't really coach a good game. I feel like his players just made shots, which kind of bailed him out. Like Danny Green was hitting a lot of shots today early, and Maxi just you couldn't stop him, right? Like he's a young guy, so you don't ever know when it comes or goes. But like tonight, it's just he had it on, right? Like he was blowing past his guy. Harden was like isolating Trent every single time, literally. Like every single time Harden like he didn't have a great game, but like every time Harden took a shot, you could tell he was taking smart shots. They were running plays
Yeah,
for him, and Trent just got beat. And there's stuff that we got to work on. Like our main guys, like Siakam, he had an all right game, 24, 7 and 7. I don't think he's a problem because when it was a close game, he was keeping us in the game.
you just keeping us in. Yep,
But like, you know what I mean? Like when we're down by like 20, 30 points or 15 points, we don't have that guy who we can just rely to and just give them buckets. Like
I
this was
agree.
like I'm like a Kawhi or like a Giannis or someone like that who just will you to come back in this game, like that leader type of person.
I
And
agree.
I'm not
I
saying
agree.
we need that guy, but like we need someone who can like has the confidence to shoot
Oh no,
and
we're
like
gonna need guys like that. The further you start to make it into these playoffs, once you get
yeah,
into the playoffs and you start going deep into the playoffs, you're gonna need those kind of guys because at the end of the
you're gonna
day,
need one guy like that, one guy.
exactly, you're gonna need somebody who's gonna take over, preferably sometimes even two guys. When you see,
Yeah,
because if one guy's really doing it, it makes another guy want to step up. But the problem is, what we're doing is honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and we have to be honest. We're really playing with a bunch of role players
yeah,
that
uh,
that that we're playing with. And let me tell you something. You guys need to realize, bro. I've seen when I was younger the Raptors going like the Raptors went on to play in the playoffs. In the Raptors were in the playoffs in 2001. The Raptors were in the playoffs in 2001. They went to the second round. From 2000 after this 2001, 2002, they went to the playoffs. They got eliminated first round. From 2002 all the way to 2016, they did not even pass the first round of the playoffs once. Let that stick in with you guys.
from 2001 to what?
2000 from 2000 after 2001 season
Yeah,
all the way to 2016, they did not make it past the second round once.
yeah.
So
We
if
didn't
you
have
got
that guy, right?
that's the thing. It's not even just about that though. In the NBA, the tide shifts very quickly. Today you could be the man, tomorrow you're an afterthought. So
For sure.
people need to understand the importance of just we can't just kind of like lose the way we're losing and start listen, the Sacramento Kings haven't been in the playoffs since Peja Stojakovic days. They're going on almost like I think like they're going on like man, they're almost they could get up to 20 years without having to make the playoffs. That's how bad it's getting for the Sacramento Kings. So, what I'm trying to tell you guys is this. You guys need to realize that yo, in the NBA, in the NBA, it's not certain. You see what I'm saying? It's not certain at all that
To
yo,
win.
these yeah, exactly to win. So when you have these opportunities, this was a team that was intimidated and feared us. Like they
Yeah, they're
feared the
scared, man. Your press conference,
exactly.
everything, they were scared. They played like
Exactly.
it too. They played scary, and then they punched us in the face, and we couldn't fight back. I was like, we were tired from, I guess, last game, or we just didn't have the person. I think we'll get into the positives later, but
Yeah.
in terms of like, they didn't feed off the crowd. I didn't see them feed off the crowd, and like when they're going down like these 17 like to oh runs, like where's the timeouts, man? Like where are these timeouts? Like we couldn't even break a 3-2 zone, right? We couldn't break that zone that they threw at us. That's all Doc had. That's he didn't have any other game plans. He like doubled Siakam occasionally, but like OG was breaking up shots. Like he was our only like reliable 3-point shooter. He's supposed to make his shots. Like Trent made his shots tonight. Like he made some big shots tonight, but like OG can't shoot 2 for 7 tonight.
That's what
And
I'm
we don't have the
saying, bro.
bench. We have no other shooters tonight. Fred was out, so it was really just OG and Trent we had. And it's exactly like you said. We have just a bunch of role players, and even to add on to that, we don't even have like positional like players. Like we don't have a center. We don't
Thank
even
you.
have a guard.
We don't even have a
We have
guard.
no
We don't have
guards.
no, and that's the thing. We have, look at the passing. Guys couldn't even pass the ball to each other correctly at times. There was times where Pascal had the ball and he was dribbling and he was trying to like dribble behind his legs and the ball was just going all
Yeah,
over the
no,
place. Then
he's
he
a
tries to
point
pass it
forward.
out.
He's not a point guard.
He can't pass it. Then we have Scotty Barnes over here who's trying to pass early in the game. He was throwing the ball around and he didn't know where to throw to pass the ball to. And then we have guys like Precious Achua who can't even pass the ball either. Like these guys, they're no we
Bro,
have
Barnes is just too young. Like they're trying to run him like they run LeBron at point guard, but he just doesn't have that experience,
he
right?
doesn't have it, but it's going to take Barnes years. I think honestly, look, I think it's time to pull the plug on a couple guys. I
Yeah,
think
you're right.
I think we have to get rid of OG. If OG doesn't turn into an all-star by next season where he takes over the league, we can get assets for OG Ananobi. Number one Blago, tell us what your take on tonight, bro. I know you're in the building. What's your take on tonight, man?
To be honest, you could tell the game was over in the third quarter. I felt like the Raptors
Yo,
gave
number
up.
one blogger, something's wrong with your audio, man.
Can you
Sounds
hear
like you're
me?
in a. It sounds like you're in a nuclear power plant or something, man. What's going on with you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just something's up with the audio. It just sounds really off, bro. It's like
Okay.
there's something going on.
Does it
Come
sound
back
better?
in. Let me hear it. Talk. Speak up.
Sound
Say.
better?
Yeah, it sounds better.
Yeah, honestly, from what I seen from the Raptors tonight was atrocious. Um, Personally, I'm gonna call out Nick Nurse too. But the thing is, I think the Raptors played complacent. Yeah, they gave us a show in the first two quarters, but it's like, yo, you have to understand that Philly played like a team that's supposed to close out a series. They literally went for your necks in the third quarter. Y'all sat back and said, okay, yo, we're good, we're close. No, you're supposed to put your foot on their necks. Philly came out, put you on your ass, and you're just like, yo, what's going on? First quarter, they out they outscored you. Second, yeah, you guys won it, but you guys didn't win it by much. Fact of the matter is just I felt like, yo, there was a lid on the basket for the Raptors. Like nothing was falling. And then it was so sad because you even heard the commentator saying, yeah, now the Raptors miss Fred Van Vliet. It's like, yo, guys, come on. Like, you guys basically wasted Boucher's career playoff night. And you guys couldn't even basically take that and get the W. Like, I didn't honestly, you guys were even talking, like the passes, even that stupid pass Thaddeus Young made to, who is it, Precious Achua, and it went out. Like, guys, even the commentator was just saying, we're the Raptors, the two things: shut down the paint and score. That's all you guys need to do. Shut down the paint, score, and play defense. Raptors didn't do anything of that. Like, the Raptors looked like they were a deer caught in headlights. After that third quarter, I heard people and I seen people on Twitter being like, yo, Raptors gonna come back. Nah. After I seen the way they stretched it and James Harden was going off a little bit, I said, yeah, this game's done. Like, fact of the matter is just like, yo, Raptors didn't take advantage.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. And also, I noticed one thing: they couldn't contain Maxi. When I see that Maxi guy starting to
Oh,
go off, that's an indication that we're in trouble. Because at the end of the day, it's kind of like when Maxi, James Harden, Tobias Harris, and Danny Green's hitting his threes early, and Joel Embiid's having a game,
that's
and we're
scary.
It's over
and the problem
after
is
that.
too, yeah, the paint. We can't score in the paint. Like we don't know when to. And the problem too is the Raptors don't know how to when a good shot is and what a bad shot is. They don't understand the importance of dominating at the free throw line. The more times you're at the free throw line, the higher probability you have to win. The reason
I
why is you
agree.
get guys in foul trouble, and then on top of that too, you're getting baskets at the line. So the Raptors, the problem with the Raptors too is sometimes they'll take their rack, and then they'll be in the air at the basket, and then toss it to the 3 point line.
They
I'm
felt
like, even at halftime, going into halftime, I'm like, Precious Chua takes it to the line for him to pass it out. Maybe he takes it to the line and goes for a dunk, and I'm like, bro, you don't see the clock is running out. Like, try to what happened to days where guys can shoot a mid range jump shot, man, pull up and shoot a mid
Yeah.
range.
right.
Like, there's just it's like, bro, like it's like, dude, it's like these are like I'm like, I'm starting to wonder. I'm like, bro, like, are these guys learning? Who's teaching these guys how to play basketball at this point? Because, bro, like, you're supposed to learn how to pull up for a mid range. You're supposed to learn how to fade away. You're supposed to learn how to like post up. Like, there's so many things the Raptor Pascal could post up. He took it to the rack. Scotty, he's young, so I don't really hold Scotty. He does whatever I can. We get from Scotty's a blessing. That's all I have to say because he's so young. He doesn't really see the court. He's just playing off of sheer athleticism and sheer talent and will at this point. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's not really the skillest player in the world, but he
Yeah.
shows a lot of skills. You see what I'm saying?
El Selector, can I add something
Yeah.
quickly?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't know if you guys noticed what was happening in the third quarter is that they were forcing the Raptor players into uncomfortable shots, like shots that these guys don't naturally take. I noticed that they pushed a lot of the Raptors players to the 3 point line. There was even times that what's his name? Scotty Barnes got the ball on the 3 point line and he hesitated to even shoot. Even Thaddeus Young hesitated to shoot the three. And you could tell he wasn't comfortable. And to me, I'm just like, nah, bro. Like, if these guys are getting you into places that's uncomfortable, find a way. Take the ball to the rack. Simple. If
Well,
you
I will say the reason that this I think why I think the problem for that is the uncomfortable shots. Well, I will say that for starters, Boucher, his 25 points, we needed every single one of those points just to stay
I
in the
agree.
game the
I
first
agree.
half. And the second thing is, I think all night we were struggling with that 2-3 zone where they were pressuring the ball handler. And as Selector said earlier, we didn't have a playmaker who could penetrate the zone. That's how you beat the zone, right? You either shoot very well, which we were unable to do, right? Or you penetrate the zone by cutting to the basket, beating your defender. And Thaddeus Young, I feel like he was the only guy who was actually diming up Chris Boucher in the second quarter. When third quarter came, Siakam and Scotty Barnes, they just didn't have that ability to break that zone down. Now, I think Fred Van Vliet, he can break that zone, but when he gets in the paint, he can't do anything. He's literally stuck because he's too short. So, we need to solve that playmaking issue. And this zone is going to continue to be thrown at us every single, like next year and years to continue if we can't shoot the ball, right? Like, we only had two reliable shooters. Everyone else was like unable to shoot at all. Like Precious Achua, like 1 for 7. Like he's a young player, I get that, but you got to give us more than this, right?
Yeah, I agree. Even and you know who I'm really disappointed with too, and I'm honestly OG Ananobi, because the reason why I'm
Yeah,
disappointed,
he's the man.
OG Ananobi's been here since 2017,
Like 17,
2018
yeah.
season. So, dude, at this point, bro, it's like, are you just a quiet guy?
Bro, he's a
There's a
role
point where
player, man.
you gotta take part, you gotta take leadership, bro. You can't just
He's
start
fine with
blending
being a
in
role
with
player.
everybody. Pardon?
He's completely content with being a role player. He doesn't want to be anything more or
That's
anything
what I'm
less.
saying. And I'm just like, I'm starting to notice that. I'm like, bro, at this point in your career, it's like, bro, if you see Fred Van Fleet out, Pascal should be able to look at you and be like, bro, it's time now. Like, let's do this.
Bro, and the thing is OG, right? Like the thing about him, it's his handle, right? Like he doesn't have that handle where he can get to his spots, and like
Yeah,
you
he's
can
very
see it. Like
generic.
he gets blocked because he can't create space
Yeah, he can't create
off the
space for
dribble.
himself. Yeah, exactly.
So
Like
like
James
trading
Harden can
him,
do. Yeah,
he's worth a lot on a contender team. Like you could get like two first round picks and like a good young player for him,
that's
right?
what I'm
So
saying. Like
we
a
need to
team
get rid
like
of some of these guys, man. Like to fill out the roster.
exactly. We have to get. Personally, I think we have to get rid of OG. And I think we also have to get rid of Fred Van Fleet. I think Fred Van Fleet,
Yep.
because yo, bro, point guards, it's not hard to find guards anymore at this point.
Like
They got
just
Tyrese
guards.
Maxey.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey is a better player than Fred Van Fleet at this point. Let's just be real.
Yep. For
He's
sure.
trending upwards. Fred Van Fleet is kind of trending downwards. His stock is
Oh, he's
going
at his
down.
ceiling. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's at his ceiling. Like, what else are you gonna get from him? Are you gonna get like, is he gonna give us like Chris Paul type of numbers? No, he's not even he doesn't even have the handle of Chris Paul. Is he giving us the playmaking of Rajon Rondo? No, he doesn't have that IQ, that acumen where he sees the court through thick and thin. Is he going to give us the all around shooting and attacking the rack and being able to find guys like Kyle Lowry? No, he doesn't have that IQ.
The thing about Fred, I was talking to someone else about this earlier today, is he's a guy who's confident, but he's also stubborn in the sense that when his shot doesn't fall, he affects people around him in a way that I don't even think he tries to do it, but like he just keeps on shooting, and it just I feel like that mentality is gonna get in the way of other players' developments on our team,
No, I
right?
agree
Like
with you 100%. And I think that throws guys off the rhythm, because what happens is you throw the game off. Like Fred Van Fleet, we need distribution for Fred Van Fleet. That's personally for me. I
yeah,
always look at when you have guys like that, you should be able to find. Look, how many times have you seen Fred Van Fleet finding guys in transition, throwing up a lob, and just all of a sudden a guy dunking it? Like, you don't
yeah,
see
push
none
the
of that from
pace,
Fred.
man. You can't push the pace.
Yeah, he can't push the pace. All he knows how to do is kind of attack. Maybe he can shoot a mid range and shoot the three. That's all he knows how to do. He's not anything that is not
He's
like
not an explosive. Like we need that explosive one that like can just
exactly,
penetrate the guy, like blow right past him, and then just dish it out, or
exactly.
like Maxi or like a or someone who's stronger, right? Like I'm not saying like I'm all for the jumbo lineup, right? It worked on game 5 when we're actually penetrating the paint, but we got to surround that lineup with. We can't play small ball full time. We got to get a center. We got to get a good point guard or a good wing scorer that can complement your team. We can't keep OG, Young, Boucher, Achua, and
Yeah.
Siakam all playing at the same time and then expect
Also,
everything to
yeah.
work.
The league will figure us out, man. There's 29 teams. There's more guys coming into the NBA every single year. I'm sorry, but it looks good in the regular season. But once the playoffs hit, bro, it's a different kind of basketball. You see what I'm saying? You don't think the Lakers are going to try to do something and get some guys? You don't think? Look at the Pelicans. They played in the playing game. You don't think they're going to get better? You don't think LaMelo Ball and these other guys are coming? Like you don't think like people need to realize that. Like you don't think Brooklyn's going to
I
try to
mean,
get
we're also
better?
coming too, right?
We
Like
are
we
in
didn't
a
get
way.
swept. Like
We are in
uh,
a way, but the problem is we're kind of like we're not we're coming, but where are we transitioning to? That's what I'm trying to find
like
out.
our
I'm
main
still
guys, yeah.
yeah, we're I'm still questioning a lot of things. Like I left that game questioning a lot of different things. Overall, I see Scotty Barnes. I keep selling guys. I see great things from Scotty Barnes. I think if I looked at the positives of this season, I would look at Scotty Barnes as one of the guys. I'd be like, Scotty Barnes is outstanding. Delano Banton, I love his game. I love what I see from him. As far as Pascal Siakam, I think Pascal is coming to his coming. I think his ceiling is here, but I think if Pascal can get the right guys, I think Pascal could do a lot of damage for us.
Yeah, for sure.
What's it called? Who else? As far as Precious Achua, I think he still has potential. I'm not throwing the towel off
He's
on him
young,
just
yeah.
because. Yeah, I think he can do a lot more if he just learns. He's gonna have to. I don't know what these guys are gonna do in their offseason. I hope these guys don't just go hang out and just play a bunch of rec ball and that's it and come back. I hope these guys actually practice on certain skill sets that they
They
need to
have to, man.
develop. Yes. As far as but I'm going to tell you right now, as far as the bench goes, I don't know. My question for Nick Nurse is if we get players, are you going to play them or you're going to get scared? Like you have to I don't care
Well,
what anyone
no,
says.
great.
When you're down by 30, you got to when you're down by 30 or 20 something, you got to start throwing new guys in there. You got to try to mess around with the lineups and try to see what you can get.
This is
Like
the
you
problem.
you
Like, I think we were talking about this earlier, El Selector.
yeah,
We put too much effort just trying to get a playoff seed in the regular season, and our injuries are to blame for ourselves, right?
yeah,
Like everyone else, they're cruising to the playoffs, right?
cruising. Thank you.
They're like resting and everything. We had to sweat just to get to like the fifth seed, right?
Boston
So
Celtics. Look at them. You see how they were cruising. Look how they were able to get through Brooklyn. They weren't even expected to win that series, and they were able to defeat Brooklyn. They
yeah, I
they
mean,
swept them.
they had a
They
good like matchup. They had enough players.
but
Boston was definitely deeper than us, though.
bro, Milwaukee avoided the matchup for Brooklyn so they could see at least see Brooklyn in the second round, and and Boston was able to sweep them.
Yeah,
Toronto should have, and this was Sixers feared the Raptors low key. They were quite low key. James Harden said, "I don't want to go to play. We're gonna have to play Toronto in the first round and get swept in a playing game or lose in a playing game to Toronto." And look at James Harden. He defeats them. He's a part of the team that defeats Toronto. So that means honestly, I think Fred VanVleet's injury had a lot to do with it, but also I think it kind of it showed. And listen, I'm sorry, but yo, bro, Boston did the right thing when they got rid of Isaiah Thomas. They had to make a hard decision. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals and they got rid of Isaiah Thomas.
yeah, he was injured. They
Yeah,
asked
he
themselves
was injured.
like, I
That's what I'm
mean,
saying. I think
we'll have to
maybe
see,
and he
man.
was small. He was a short guy. He was shorter than Fred VanVleet. He was 5'9". Fred VanVleet's like 5'10".
He's MVP candidate too that year.
Exactly. He was MVP. Just Isaiah Thomas. So what makes guys think we can't get rid of Fred VanVleet and still not
We
be able
could
to
get
be
rid of
productive?
like theoretically like I don't know what Masai's thinking. Like we'll definitely know weeks to come, but we could get rid of everyone except including Siakam, OG Anunoby. Like I wouldn't be like surprised if
If
something
we
was
got
to
rid of
happen.
everyone, then Scotty Barnes would have to take over the helm. That means Scotty
I
Barnes,
mean, not
this is
necessarily.
your
Like, what
team.
if Donovan Mitchell becomes available, or
Oh
Rudy Gobert becomes available,
yeah.
right?
If we could get Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah,
now
like
we're
that'd be
looking
great
at
for us.
exactly. Yo, number one blogger, what's your take on this, bro? I know you've been quiet, bro. I totally forgot this guy was even here, bro. What's your take on this?
Bro, honestly, everything you guys saying is on point. The fact of the matter is that yo, I kept saying it. even when Kyle Lowry was here, is that yo, Van Vliet doesn't have that next level factor. He doesn't do things like Kyle Lowry. He doesn't get in like Kyle Lowry. Like to me, yes, again, you guys are right. He's really short in his role. The fact of the matter is that we can't keep going through these situations of yeah, we made it to the playoffs, pat on our backs, and get knocked out round one. Because the fact of the matter is now they're not just the Raptors anymore. Now everybody's headhunting for the Raptors because now you guys got a chip on your back, literally and figuratively. Now you guys are the championship Raptors, so everybody's coming for you. There's no, and the thing is, it's like, yo, we just really need to get better. If we gotta take out OG, we gotta trade Van Vliet, bro. Do it. The reason why I say that is I don't believe in this thing of fan favorites anymore. It's about making executive decisions to make your team better. If Masai didn't do what he did with DeMar DeRozan, Raptors wouldn't have that championship on that mantle right now.
Exactly. That's a good analogy right there, and a good way of analyzing things.
Yeah, Raptors, we need to get
Yeah,
better.
I mean, the thing is this, right? Like, you have to ask yourself, like, do any of your guys have the potential to be like a number one guy on a championship team? And I would say like you can bet on Barnes now. I don't think anyone else has that like claim. And that being said, like, how long is it going to take for Barnes to get to that level? Like, we'll have to see next season, right? Like, how good he becomes after the off season. And if it comes down to it, do you really want to be like a six seat, or do you want to be an eight seat and have young guys like Jonathan Kaminga, James Wiseman, Donovan Mitchell? Because you can get all those guys, right? Like just trading Pascal and trading like Fred and OG, like you'll
Yeah,
get
you're
like
right.
good players.
You're right.
But
I
yeah,
honestly, if we could do that, I think honestly, because if we're getting eliminated in the first round, we might as well try our luck with the young guys. Look at the
exactly.
Pelicans.
Yeah,
We might as well start looking at maybe, but then at the same time, it's kind of like, how are they going to play with each other? Like, how does it work?
I
How
mean
does it
you'll figure
work?
that out because like
Hmm.
Pascal and Fred, like they're 28, right? Like if you keep them, you're expecting that they're going to win a championship in another 2 to 3
Exactly.
years, right? Like if they don't do that, then their value is going to go down.
Exactly. Look at Jason Tatum and Thing already surpassed them, and
Yeah, I
Jalen Brown,
mean,
and they're younger.
yeah, they're. I mean,
They've
you
surpassed them.
know, our teams, like, if we actually end up trading Siakam and Fred, I feel like our team's prospects are so much better than the Celtics. In a sense that like we have so much more talent on our team than they have. We just don't have the necessary complementary pieces. I feel like
Yeah,
we could
I
have
agree.
if we were the first seed or second seed, we could have made it out of the first round. We could easily like smack the Hawks. Even the Nets, like the Nets were very weak this year. I'm more confident being the Nets than like the Sixers. It's mainly because of Joel Embiid's calls and stuff like that.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you on that 100%, bro. Like,
We were gonna get out though. I'm sure. Like, what's your take on that selector? Like, what do you like think going into the playoffs? How far do you think we could have made it? Like top?
honestly, I thought when with Fred Van Fleet, I didn't know what to expect. Honestly, I didn't start to realize. I started to realize throughout the season how Fred Van Fleet kind of his style of. I've noticed it for a while now. Like, to me, I honestly started noticing the Fred Van Fleet situation. Um, yo, is there something clicking in the back, bro? Or is that, I don't know. But anyways, I'm starting to notice the what I'm noticing, the Fred Van Fleet situation is basically Fred. On the other hand, Fred. The problem with Fred is this: I notice he shoots his shot selection. I've noticed his shot selection for a while now, and I'm like, I don't like personally. I just know how teams. I've watched so much basketball. I kind of understand that when you start to get into the playoffs and you have horrible, horrendous shot selection, it can kind of weigh on your team and kind of mess up your team. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
personally, for me, I thought when I went into the season, I noticed towards the end of the season, I didn't just there was something off with Fred, and I noticed once we played those two games. Personally, for me, I think Fred took us out of those first two games. You see what I'm saying? I think he just literally took us out. He couldn't guard anyone. He just was he was a shell of himself,
for
and he
sure.
got his money, cool, and he did all the bet on yourself, and you defeated the odds, you made it to the league, all great, but I honestly think that if Fred Van Fleet played the way he should have played potentially, I think we should have probably maybe made it to the second, maybe even the Eastern Conference Finals. But defensively, he couldn't give us nothing, and he couldn't give us anything offensively as well. And then on top of that, too, um, like the inconsistency with OG Ananobi, the no bench, like you know what I mean, the inconsistency what Precious Achua from game to game. Like these are guys we count on. Even Chris Boucher, like we need guys to score as well, bro. You see what I'm saying? We need guys to hit their shots. If it's gonna
Yep.
be Scotty, if it's gonna be Scott, if it's gonna be Pascal Siakam and Fred Van Fleet, then they all have to score at least 20 plus and shut guys down defensively night to night, every single night. But when you can't get that kind of production for them, and then you got probably get something from Thing, you're not going to go anywhere. And honestly, I think you're right. I think the Kaminga trade, I think getting Kaminga, I think getting some other guys would be pretty good for this team. Some guys are saying Baldwin, some guys are saying this guy, that guy. Personally, I honestly I'm starting to think I'm leaning towards what you said, Def 4K, because I know how it is, bro. I know guys never seen this, but bro, God, you could literally be a team that gets eliminated every year in the first round. And as the league gets only better, Brooklyn's gonna want to make changes. We're gonna want to make changes. Of course, Masai's gonna want to compete, but are the changes gonna be good enough for only a first round exit just to get to the playoffs? Because then what are we doing now? Like we have to. I honestly think at this point, Masai Ujiri's gonna have to pull the dice and maybe get a star for Scotty Barnes.
I
Like I
mean,
mean, get a
I
star to
doubt
play
that's
a
gonna
star with to
happen.
play with Scotty Barnes, a star to play with Scotty Barnes, like maybe a Donovan
Oh, okay,
Mitchell
yeah, yeah.
or maybe a Rudy Gobert, maybe do a whole package where it's like 5 team, 6 team trade, and we end up landing Donovan Mitchell here, and we get Rudy Gobert here, or we get Rudy Gobert and we keep Siakam, and Fred Van Fleet goes and we have what's his name over here, then we're at what's his name this guy over here what's this guy's name over here? Scotty Barnes. Then we're a different kind of team. But we also need a bench as well. Because guys can drop like flies. The guys nowadays are not built like this. Isn't the 90s where guys are doing 82. It was like it was cool to be an Iron Man. You know what I mean? The early 2000s and the you know what I mean? And those eras where guys were literally just playing every game like it was their last. These guys they break down like flies nowadays. You see what I'm saying? Like they break down like twigs. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, for sure. You're not wrong in the sense like our guys, like we just ask too much out of them come playoff time, and
yeah,
they're not even hitting their average, like regular
yeah,
season average.
exactly.
Like if they're not gonna do that, then like how many years do you want to give them? Like wasting their age and like their contract value. Like Siakam, his value is an all-time high. Probably he's gonna make an All NBA team, and I honestly truly believe this team can make another finals run, be contenders by like maybe
Next
maybe
year.
not next year, but the year after that. Like I feel like we'll be like contenders, and we need to, in order for us to do that, we need to put a star who's around Scotty Barnes' age, who is like around OG Anunoby's age, but is at a better level than an OG Anunoby, because we really need OG Anunoby to be that like 20 plus point per game scorer in order
I
for
agree
him to
with you.
like be that remain that untouchable contract status.
I agree,
Because
and I think OG too. He needs to look in the mirror because he's literally watching Scotty Barnes surpass him.
yeah,
Scotty Barnes is doing everything that OG was supposed to be at this
his
point.
handle's
Like,
already better. His defense will get at to an OG Anunoby level. I will say that for a fact. And OG Anunoby is injury prone too.
yeah,
Like
that's the problem. And the indication is if you see a guy who gets injured in college, I told guys a lot. I said it when I saw Ben Simmons back in LSU. I said something was off with this guy. He kept complaining. And I was like, yo, bro, why you complain? This guy was saying, I don't want to be here. I want to be in the NBA. I should be in the NBA. I swear to you, there was a whole documentary on this guy, bro. I saw it and I was watching this guy. He couldn't even make the tournament. And I said, yo, if you can't make the tournament, there's a high, like I said, Markel Fultz, he couldn't make the tournament. Kyrie Irving, he was always injured in
yeah,
college. He came to the NBA, he was injured. Markel Fultz, he couldn't make the tournament. Look at him now in the NBA. Dennis Smith Jr. He wasn't doing nothing. He couldn't make the tournament in college. Look at him in the NBA now.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if you can't even do that, what makes people think like what you? These are indications. OG Anunoby, he tore his. I think he tore his legs in college or
ACL,
something.
yeah.
and that was it.
He doesn't have that jump in his game anymore. He's
Exactly,
athletic, but he's not explosive as you want him to be, right? Like
exactly. And then it's
you
just
gotta
like
ask yourself these questions, right? Like we're
he's
not trying to
staying
criticize
injured
the
a lot.
Raptors.
Yeah, he's always injured. The guy's always injured. Every other week he's injured. And it's just like kind of like this is like starting to become like a thing where it's just like, and I'm like, bro, this guy's not reliable, man. Like, bro, you go into the playoffs with momentum, bro. You don't walk into the playoffs with like certain teams will rest their guys, but they already situated themselves. They kind of have an idea. We had to literally, like you said, grind it out from a playing position to the playoffs. Like we were playing
We
just not
played
to.
everyone 40 minutes in the regular season just to make the playoffs. Like that's fine and all. Like we want to make the playoffs and be a winning team, but like that's not a sign of being a good contender. Like that's like a sign that you're obviously like okay, we were never gonna win the championship this year. I don't think anyone believed in that. Like we could make a deep run, sure, but it completely depends on matchups, right? Like when you're a team, and especially when you're a star on a team, and you have to hunt for matchups in order to get your points, you're not going to get very far in the playoffs because when they started doubling down on like Siakam's, OG Anunoby's, Fred VanVleet's, they just couldn't get their shot open, right? We need that guy who can like who's solidified and like just knows he can get a bucket whenever he wants. And if we can't get that guy through, what we have right now, we need to develop that guy. And this was a problem we had 2 years ago when we faced Boston in the bubble because Siakam, we knew that he was not that guy. Everyone wants to get him traded, but he was the only positive to this season. I feel like he forced game five, and then in game five without Fred VanVleet, he forced game six. In game six, he was playing good. He shot 7 of 11 in the first quarter, and then OG Anunoby, he was passing out shots to OG Anunoby, and he was just missing all his shots.
Yeah, he was
Right?
missing his shots.
Every single three, we needed the threes. Every single three was missing them.
And I'm just
It's a
like, yeah,
joke,
bro.
man.
Yeah, bro. Let's get into some of the positives that we've seen at least from this game. Like, because it's unfortunate. We lost. We're out. We're eliminated. Like, dude, we're eliminated. Like, what the hell are we? We're eliminated. Like,
Yeah.
we're so used to last since 2016. We're so used to going to like the second round. Well, we didn't even make the playoffs last year. Well, that was the whole Tampa situation there. But at the same time, though, it's kind of like I don't know. It's just like unfortunate, but like you said, Def 4K. Shouts to my guy G and number one blog in the building as well, bro. Like, I mean, salute to my guy CCD, bro. What rep it, bro? Yo, I don't know shit about basketball, but salute, salute to my guy Rep it, bro. Rep it. I'm gonna pull up on you, bro. Like rep it. We'll talk shortly, bro. I'm gonna hit you up, bro. Um, but yeah, basically, yeah, man, it's like some of the positives. Like, what was some of the GNA? Let's start with number one blogger. What's some of the positives you've seen tonight's game, at least, bro? I know you pointed out Boucher, bro.
Boucher was definitely to me. It was on the up and up. Um, I can't really pinpoint a lot of the positives because you know they held their own in the first half, and it just kind of fizzled out. The only one positive I can definitely say was overall in this series, they're not the usual Raptors that lay down and die. But we did see the old school Raptors in the third period. I'm sorry to say, but I see it. Like we really, I think one of the biggest things where I know we're talking about positives, but the thing that I hate, and I can't stress this enough, I hate about Nick Nurse is how he shortens his bench in the playoffs. It's like he's not creative. That's my biggest thing about it. When something's wrong, yo, start throwing guys in there, switch it up. But that's my only positive I can definitely say is that my bright spot was Chrissy Boucher.
Yo, number one blogger, something's up with your audio, bro. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, bro, you were saying, bro. So number, I'm sorry, shouts, Def 4K. You were saying prior though, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, number one blogger, your audio, man. Yeah, you were saying the sorry, Def 4K. So what's some of the positives that you saw tonight, like in just tonight's game, bro, overall.
I wouldn't say positive in terms of like the game because really, to be fair with you, like this game just like a lot of the other games, it just highlighted what we needed.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like, just like a depleted roster. Like, number one blogger was just saying that like we should have played more bench players. I actually don't really support, playing our bench because come playoff time, like you can play a 7-man rotation, maybe 8-man rotation if you have a deep bench. But like, I don't trust Malachi Flynn.
No, I don't
Because
either.
when I saw from Delano Banton, like he's a great like prospect, but he's like fumbling the ball.
Yeah.
Mihailuk is just bricking shots, right?
Yeah.
Like we don't have like Bonga didn't even get any minutes like in the playoffs,
He's not
right?
even. I don't even think he's ready to even play in the NBA. Honestly.
Like we have no bench, man. Like we don't have the dedicated shooter. We don't have no dedicated point guard. We have no dedicated center. Like we need these niche players who can get on like minimum contracts. Positives are this, I'd say. I feel like Siakam played up to his contract, but he needs to do more. I feel like fans are always gonna expect more from him because he is the max player. Uh, Scotty Barnes, he was young. He proved that he can elevate his game in the playoffs. This whole series, I feel like he's shown that in like he's only played 3 games, right? 3 games. The first game I won't count that, but like yeah, if he played, who knows what happens. Kem Birch, he was like he played like trash today. Let's just be honest. He played 5 minutes. He just comes in for the. I don't even know why he comes in because like he plays 5 minutes and then just put pressures on for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
Um,
Ken Birch needs to go. He's done. Like he's like he's garbage. Let's just be real. The guy's trash. Like he's
yeah, no,
garbage.
for a guy under 7 foot to have his skill set and not being able to like produce, like he's not worth his
He's
nine
he's
million.
shot. He's washed up at this point. Like we got a washed up version. This is not Orlando Ken Birch. He's washed up at this point. Like we don't even need him. Bro, he doesn't need to be here next season. Like I don't even want to
Yeah, he
see him
does
here.
not. I don't want to see him. He can be packaged in a trade to match up
He could be
contracts.
released. He could be released. They could just cut him. I don't care. Like I would not lose no sleep
Yeah,
at night. Like
same
he's not
here.
yeah.
Thad Young, I feel like he had some good moments. He's a veteran, so he just comes in for like I guess practices, motivating guys and stuff like that. So I won't say too much. Boucher's gonna get paid in this offseason. I don't know if we can afford him, but he's gonna get paid. The way he's
Isn't he
played,
still under contract?
no,
Or is
he's
his
done.
contract up?
He's unrestricted.
Oh, really? Eh? Somebody's probably else gonna get him though. I don't know if we should get him though. Keep him.
Who knows? Like, he was our only good bench. He was our sixth man, I'd say, this year. So if we don't get him, we're gonna have to do something else. But he was not someone he I can't complain about what he gave us. He was like the only guy who had energy in this game. Like
Yeah,
he
I agree.
single-handedly kept us in the game in the second quarter when we were missing every single shot. He was getting offensive rebounds, he was getting putbacks. Either, sign and trade him, but like he's definitely worth a lot. A lot of teams are gonna want him. Other than that, like positives, I'd say is if you're a Raptors fan, you're really pissed off at how Joel Embiid was acting. He was like he was taunting a lot near the end of the game, like acting like he carried them to the win. Which, in all honesty, he had his 33. I'll give him that. Like, but really, the MVP for the Sixers were Maxey, and I really feel like the Heat are gonna beat the Sixers really badly the next round. So I feel like if you're gonna stop watching basketball because the Raptors are out, that's fine. But if you're Raptors fans, you're gonna keep up with the Heat and stuff like that because of like Kyle Lowry and all of that. I feel like they're gonna beat the Sixers pretty easily because they're basically a better version of us.
I agree. I agree. No, I agree with you 100%. I think the positive tonight was okay. The first half, I like the first half. I like the adrenaline they played, especially coming back and being. Well, they were down, like number one blogger pointed out. They were down, but they were able to come back in, especially in that second. I liked how I liked from Scotty Barnes. I like what I saw. I like what I saw from Pascal as well. Chris Boucher as well. I like the three of them. I thought they played really hard. They were just out there trying to make sure that we kept this in there. They were making sure that we won this. You know what I mean? I think that was the positives. I think the three of those guys were probably, and then Gary Trent as well. He was making some big shots. I like what I saw from Gary as well. Um, I like Gary. I like Gary over. I think defensively, if he can give us more defensively, I would love to see him if he could try to work on his handle and he played a point guard and be able to call up plays because I think he could be more of a combo guard and he could probably if he could facilitate it. I don't know his passing ability. I don't know how his pass. He doesn't really show his great pass. He doesn't really have. He's not an assist guy. But at the same time, though, I like what he did as far as offensively goes. I honestly like everything. I like a lot that I saw. I like a lot that I saw from those guys. I thought they were positive. I like the positivity of them. I like what I saw from the crowd as well. The crowd was in the game. As far as Raptors Nation goes, I think they did really like overall. As far as the Raptors overall this season, I think the season was overall. If I had to rate it, they had a lot of adversity. They fought through it. Remember at the beginning of the season, Pascal Siakam wasn't even there. He was injured. He Fred Van Fleet came in. He by the time All Star break hit, he was playing really well. He's playing a stud, and then he kept us in a lot of these games. Remember, we had a lot of guys who had to leave. They couldn't even play, so we were losing games, and we were able to still kind of get a chance to get into the playoffs. So overall, what I rate this season, if I had to rate it, with a lot of the adversity we had to face, there was games where we couldn't even have fans in the arena. So there's a lot of politics because of the government. The government here messed up a lot of things as far as even guys not even what I mean, guys not being able to play games because of protocols and all this other stuff.
Yep.
So I'm in a way a lot of that stuff kind of made us lose a lot of games as well too. So what all what was the cards that we dealt, we were able to, I would say we were able to do a lot. It was great. And I think overall, if I had to rate this season, I would say they finished with a B. I think they did a 7. They did a good job. You know what I mean? As far as um how they were able to compete in the playoffs, and as far as the development of players, the development of Scotty Barnes was an A. I think Scotty Barnes did it, was just overall this season, was he was everything that Masai Ujiri saw in him. And that's why he drafted him. So congratulations to Masai Ujiri for the job he was done and the cards that Masai Ujiri was handed. You know what I mean? Salute to him. He's the real MVP at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying when it comes to the Raptors. But now, as far as Fred Van Fleet goes, I think he did very well. He ended it very weak though. What is my only concern is Fred coming back next year, and what are we getting? Is Fred going to learn how to distribute the ball at 28, 29 years old? That's the question I want to know. Because at this point, it's kind of like I need to see something different, bro. I need to see a guy who can distribute the ball. I need to see a guy. If we're coming back with this same team, we're not going anywhere unless every single guy gets 20 times better. That's the only way we're going to get better. And we're going to be able to compete. We have to compete against other teams. Remember, there's people say, "Oh, we're young." So is the league. The league is getting younger. The league's getting younger, man. You see what I'm saying? As far as the durability of players in the league, it's not that great. It's probably at its all-time worst. Guys can't stay healthy in the NBA anymore for whatever reason. I remember watching the days where Tracy McGrady to play nights in and nights out, scoring like 30, 40 points. You see what I'm saying? And then messing up his back, 50 points, 60-point nights, and then messing up his back, like doing it consistently. So I would watch games where, like, you know what I mean? Guys like Kobe Bryant would go on freaking scoring heaps. He wouldn't score. He's just not. He was scoring in heaps. Like he was scoring in scales. You know what I mean? Like I would watch stuff like that. So it's kind of like I would see Allen Iverson scoring in scales. You know what I mean? So LeBron James scoring in heaps, scoring, and not just scoring, but scoring like ferociously. So like, you know what I mean? Russell Westbrook freaking just dominating. Like I would see stuff like that. But at this point, as far as the Raptors go, who's the hottest player in the draft right now?
I don't even know if we're gonna like. I know
We might have to
this Chat
trade some
TV
guys and
wants
get a draft
Patrick
pick,
Baldwin,
man.
right?
Who's the center guy? Who's the top center? Like, who's the center we got to get? We got to get a set. Rudy
Jordan Brand,
Gobert. You think we can get
probably
Rudy Gobert? What's the
in the
the
draft,
probability of
or
us getting him? Huh?
you're talking about the draft, or like just in the
Yeah, just
market right
getting
now?
Rudy Gobert.
He's on like a super max, right? So we have to give up like probably like Fred and like some OG just to get him. OG or Trent just to match up
Fuck,
contracts,
yo,
right?
that's too much. And Rudy Gobert, he's kind of
He's
soft himself too. I don't
yeah,
know
that
why.
dude's
Why does
getting
Donovan
off
Sharp hate
offensively.
Donovan Mitchell hate him, bro?
Because
What's
he
going on
like,
with that,
bro, they're not they're losing right now badly to the. I'm looking at the score. Um, they're about to get eliminated,
bro? I don't
and
know
he's
if
not
I don't
even
know.
playing. Yeah, he's playing. He got 0 points.
I don't know about that guy. People keep branching. I don't watch him, bro. I don't even pay attention to him, bro. I honestly don't pay attention to that guy. I don't pay attention to the Utah Jazz. Like I said, whenever I
The thing
see
is,
them, I
we
like
need
how they play.
someone like I agree with what you everything you said. Like we are definitely like in that B range, like in terms of grade of the year.
Yeah,
Um, I'd say we need changes. Like we can't just run this thing back and
yeah.
expect like everyone to get better. Like
No, guys are
I
gonna
would
get
say like
older.
yeah,
They're gonna get older, and their bodies are gonna start to break down even more. If they're breaking down now,
yeah,
bro, in the NBA, unless you have LeBron James type of doctors, you know what I mean, or Steph Curry type guys, where bro, look at Klay Thompson, he broke down. They're ready to get rid. They're ready to off low key. I've been hearing reports they're gonna get rid of Klay Thompson soon. They might get rid of him.
yeah, for sure.
They might
And
get rid
I
of
would
him.
say this year, right? Like this is probably
I'm hearing
prime
him going to the
Siakam.
Lakers. They're saying that they might give Anthony
Really?
Davis. Yeah, they're saying they might trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers because they say Jordan Poole it could take over his spot, and they'll just get Anthony Davis and James Wiseman to the Lakers. No, sorry, the
Wow.
Lakers will receive Anthony Davis, and then and the Lakers will receive James Wiseman and James Wiseman and what's it called Klay Thompson.
Like that's like a very like
That's what I was hearing, bro. I've heard those
pressure
reports,
move,
bro.
man.
And this is out in California. This isn't like no Raptor guys or no like New York or some Michigan guys or whatever, or some guys in the South. No, this is out in California. I'm hearing that they're probably they're looking to get rid of Klay Thompson, and that's because they have Jordan Poole's turning out to be. They already start to see the future. They're like, okay, we could probably get Jordan Poole and then use Curry and then maybe we could probably run it back. That's what they're
Lakers
thinking. I
aren't
don't know if
going
they'll do it.
anywhere, man. Even with Clay and LeBron, like they're not. Lakers gonna need to like they're gonna need
Lakers
to rebuild
They gotta
somehow.
honestly, the Lakers need to trade LeBron James. They gotta
Yeah,
get rid of if as long as they have LeBron James at the helm, they're not gonna be able to do anything.
LeBron's just too washed. He doesn't
He's
play
too
defense. Like
washed. He's too self-centered. Yo, bro, if the offense runs through him. Like he can't I don't know what system he plays.
bro, he just takes
I don't know what
jumpers
offensive
all the time now.
I don't know what
He's not a jump
playbook they're
shooter.
running. Pardon?
He's not a jump shooter. He just takes jumpers.
Yeah, and bro, he the ball look, he can't if he doesn't have the ball in his hand, he can't play without the ball in his hand. Like he
Yeah, for
can't go
sure.
out there and create for others and just run screens and then just do things like he can't do things where it's just like run up and down the court and find himself open. Like he could do it, but like
He's trying to
everything
preserve his
revolves
body,
around
right?
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the playoffs, and he doesn't even
And
make the playoffs. Then what's the point?
that's what I'm saying, bro. So like, yo, bro, honestly, I think they got to get rid of LeBron too, bro. LeBron's got to go. No, sorry, LeBron's got to go. They got to get rid of all those guys, bro. Their biggest mistake was trading all their young players, bro. They leveraged their future for the championship, which made sense. They got the championship in the bubble, but now it's like it's time to cut it out and clean up, man. Clean up house. Unless they're gonna draft really good, but even with draft, LeBron James doesn't do good with draft picks. Bro, I used to see LeBron James get drafted. Guys like J.J. Hickson back in the days. That guy was a solid player. He got drafted at Cleveland. He could LeBron doesn't make draft picks look good.
Yeah, man. LeBron just doesn't know how to play GM.
It's like
Like
Kobe Bryant, bro.
they
When
don't have a
Kobe Bryant
draft
was a
pick till
Laker,
2029.
bro, let me tell you something. When Kobe Bryant was a Laker, throughout Kobe Bryant's tenure, they never ever produced a draft star. They never were able to
Yeah,
produce a draft star. Look, let me tell you something. Kobe Bryant, they couldn't produce a draft star because everything revolved around him. Tim Duncan got drafted. How many draft stars did they produce the San Antonio Spurs? They had Manu Ginobili, they got in the second round. They got Tony Parker at late in the thing round. This was years later, after Tim Duncan was a player on the Spurs. Remember, they had David Robinson before.
yep.
So the Lakers, they don't know how to like make draft players. They don't know how to produce draft players and make them fit in the system and for the future. They don't know how to
Yeah,
do
they
it.
don't know how to do like late draft picks, right? Like
They
early
don't know how to
draft picks
draft.
like a
Period.
hit,
They
but
don't.
like
They no. They know how to draft. They got Lonzo Ball. They had Kyle Kuzma, but they don't know how to
Ingram,
like.
Randall, right?
Yeah, they don't
They
know
got
how
some
to.
good players.
They don't know how to leverage them for their future. Like when you have guys like that, those guys should never even leave this freaking facility. They should be engraved in the. There should be you should be paying them very well. They should be in the system. They should be playing very well for you, and they should be able to produce and win championships for you. They should be a focal point of your system. They don't do that though. They don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
That's the
the
problem.
thing is, the problem with stars like LeBron is they pressure their franchise too much to get that second star. Like they give up way too much for AD, man. Like
That's the problem with
way too much.
the the problem with them too is the problem is they listen to LeBron too much. Guys like LeBron James should not be. You should if you. The problem is they give too much leverage. That you should not. If you're let me tell you something. If you're running a company, right, you don't give
Yeah,
leverage to your employees. You treat your employees right. You pay them right. You take care of them, but you don't let them run the building.
for
Because when
sure.
you let them run the building and you give too much power to them, they can start to dictate and control everything that goes on up and down. And at the end of the day, it's like, what's the point in having all these scouts and general managers and all these other people on your payroll? That's where their job. Their job is to find the talent and acquisition and add them in there and make the and then you and then LeBron's job is just to play and work in the system. But he becomes the system. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying?
He is, but he thinks he's a like. Look, you gotta ask yourself as a franchise, like, right? Like the Lakers, they gotta ask themselves, was it really justified to give up Lonzo Ball, Ingram, and Josh Hart, plus the fourth pick in that year's draft, plus another two more first round picks for Anthony Davis? That's basically like what, six top five picks. Because this Lakers are in the lottery this year too. They're not going to get their pick. I think it's either going to like Memphis or whoever has that pick, their pick, because it is what it is, right? So
Yeah.
Lakers could have used that draft pick this year, right? Like they could have used it really like much. And if they kept Ingram and like Lonzo and everyone, they're perfect fit next to LeBron.
No, I agree.
But they
I
want
agree
those
with
big
you.
name stars. They want to be in like the LeBron wants to be in the limelight, right? Like he wants that like to be favorites. He wants to get all those foul calls and
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is, right? Like
No, I agree with you
Lakers are screwed.
100%. I agree with you 100%. My only issue with LeBron is this is like, bro, like you just got your coach fired. Okay, cool, whatever. I don't really whatever. He'll get it. I'm sure Frank Vogel will get another job anywhere. The NBA, these coaches are so they're just like they're like disposable, but they get recycled all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he'll come back, But then it's just like, what's next? Like, okay, how are you gonna like leverage like the future? You see what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna, you know what I mean?
Lakers
Like,
really
like
just I feel like they're not gonna make the playoffs next year either. Like the teams are too good in the West. Like Kawhi's coming back, right? The Clippers are so much better than the Lakers, right?
that's
Like
true. When is Clippers moving to that new arena, bro?
I think next year, this summer, they're gonna
Oh
move in.
snap! That arena is gonna be crazy, bro. I'm looking for going forward. That 4K. You plan on going to LA anytime soon or no? You're gonna,
I might go this summer. We'll see.
yeah,
I have some buddies out there.
yeah, definitely. If you go out there, check out that arena, man. If you get a chance to, bro. I heard some great things about it, man. I was hearing like when they were
They spent a
building it, I
lot
was
of
like
money.
reading reports about it. I mean, I got to get out to LA, man. Like flip. I got to get out there, man. There's a lot going on over there, man. I need to get out there. I got to find some time and just go out there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure,
definitely,
man.
man. Like that's the thing. Like Kawhi's getting better. Yeah, you're right. The Clippers are gonna get better. The Dallas Mavericks are good. I like what I'm seeing from Luke. I think Luca won the series, right?
Yeah, they're probably gonna win, but
Yeah,
even the Mavericks, I don't see them making a finals run this year either. They
yeah.
just
They
don't
they need
have the
some more
pieces.
guys. They need some more guys, man.
They're like
They're
four guards in their starting lineup and
it-
Dwight Powell.
yeah, they need more guys, man. They need more talent over there. You know what I mean? Like they need. So, like, what do you think the ideal situation is for the Raptors? Because like now this is everyone's going to be talking about what do the Raptors do next? That's the question mark. They're going to look at the season. You know how it is. They go, they sit down, they talk in front of the media, and then throughout the whole from now. So from tomorrow, probably Masai's probably already thinking now. Like he's going to bed. He's probably going to go to. He's probably sitting around thinking already. Like, yo, what do we go from here next?
Well,
Already,
okay.
I know.
Let me ask you this, right? Like,
Yeah.
who who is a number one option in the Eastern Conference that is better than Pascal Siakam right now? Like, do we think Pascal Siakam can like take us to the second round, third round,
I
being the
think he
number one
needs.
option
I
while
think he.
Scotty Barnes develops?
No, I think Pascal needs somebody else. He needs somebody there. But in the Eastern Conference, who's better than Pascal? I
Yeah,
would
that's my
say a guy
question
like
too.
if we had like a guy like what's that guy's name from Washington over there? Bradley Beal.
Like Beal,
I think he would be great, but he can't even come. He's not even. He didn't even take the jab, so he won't come over here.
he's too old too, right? Like
Yeah,
he's
he's getting
Siakam's
older
age.
too. Yeah, he's getting up there. Yeah, he's an older player now at this point. Who else is there in the
Like
East?
Tatum, Giannis, right? Tatum,
Tatum,
Giannis,
Giannis,
Durant,
Jalen Brown, yeah,
even like
Durant,
Embiid, right?
Embiid, even James Harden technically. Um, who else is there?
Like I
Trey
guess you could
Young.
include, yeah, Young.
Who else is
Jimmy
there?
Butler, I'd say
Jimmy
like it's
Butler.
debatable. He's got a deep roster, so I'll say I'd
Yeah,
put Jimmy Butler in there
and
too.
and he's well coached too, and he has a deep bench
Yeah,
as well. Yeah, yeah. He Jimmy Butler, but who else?
that's like 6 or 7 already, right?
Yeah, but like Pascal's in that top 10 though.
He's there, but also like you gotta ask yourself the question, right? Like, if Siakam can't lead you to beat those teams, and you wait for Scotty Barnes to be that number one, and then Siakam be number two, Siakam will be 30, well beyond 30 by that time,
No, I
right?
agree.
Like he's not going to be playing. Like this was probably his best year, right? Like he proved himself as being a point forward. He ran the point a lot of times. I don't know if Siakam can do this going into 29, 30, 31, 32, right? And Fred VanVleet especially, right? Like he gets injured way too much for a young guy,
Yeah,
right? And he just can't do what you want from a point guard, right? Like either okay, look, my ideal thing in the offseason would be looking for trade options for Siakam, OG Anunoby, and Fred VanVleet because these three guys, you're not going to get very far in the playoffs with them.
no,
They're good players. Keep some of them if you can, but like look for trades at least. Like
I
don't keep them
agree.
untouchable.
I think OG and Fred should be 1 and 2. If you could still keep Pascal, if you could keep him with a 1-2 punch with Scotty Barnes, because I kind of like what I was seeing, especially in game 5 with those two guys out there.
Yeah,
If we
he's
can get a
nice.
1-2 punch, and Pascal seems he got that one injury, but he seems pretty durable. Like he's
Yeah,
not
he
really a
carried
guy
us
who.
in regular season. I'd say he
Pardon?
carried us to that fifth seed. I'd say he was the
Exactly.
main reason we were there.
Exactly. He's very durable. Like he's not. He got that injury, but he came through and he just been playing. He's not really a guy who doesn't play above the rim, so he's not gonna like snap his foot or something one of these days.
He's
You know
got
what I
that
mean?
explosiveness, right? Like he's got
Yeah,
that turnaround fadeaway this year. You saw that.
exactly. I would say OG and Fred. What's your take? O Styles, bro. What's your take on that? O Styles, is
Yo,
that?
salute to the panel.
Yeah.
Salute to the panel. Salute to the panel. Shout out to the guys. Bro, honestly, man, the way I looked at this game, this was about adjustments, bro. I didn't see any adjustments at all from the Toronto Raptors, especially in that second half when they started to get, when Philly just started to put what I mean, the beats on them. I didn't see
Yeah.
them start to run any type of like Pascal on the post, any type of like motion, any type of like, you know what I mean? Trying to get somebody open up in the corner for some threes, any pick and rolls, trying to pick up matchups, anything. I didn't see any type of adjustments in that second half. It was like Nick Nurse just gave up, bro. Pascal looked confused in the second half. He wasn't doing any type of like he just looked like gas. Like he looked spent. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. I don't know, man. The coaching just in that second half was just like not there, and the guys, he just didn't do enough to stop the bleeding at the beginning. So it just didn't look good. It didn't look competitive at all. It's like Nick Nurse got the message from headquarters that it's done. That's
Yeah.
the vibe it felt like,
So
yo. They got the message from
what?
FanDuel, bro. Said it's over.
Wrap it up. Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Like what? Okay, O Styles. What do you think? What do you think we have to do? Like what do you talk to me about the off season? Because talk to the whole Raptors world about the off season. Like what do you want to see different? This is
What
very
I want to
this is
see,
very
yeah. I
go ahead.
mean, it's really straightforward. I think we've been talking about trying to get a big man for forever. I mean, why not now, man? Like you know what I mean. We tried the 6'8", 6'6" above lineup. We tried this. right? It didn't get us that far. So we need to really and truly just try to get a big man, try to get an explosive guard like like a John Morant style, like a 6'2", 6'1", like 6'3", 6. How
Who's
tall is
there
John
though?
Morant?
Who's there though? But
How
who's
tall
there
is
though?
how tall is John Morant?
Mitchell,
What is he
man,
like? Six
Mitchell.
6'2"?
Mitchell.
Mitchell? You
Six
think
Like a
two.
Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
feel like
but
he's
someone
good
who can
enough.
play above the rim, like somebody like a
Yeah.
Maxi, like somebody who's just fast, like a blur. Like I want to see somebody on the floor who's just like a blur,
I'm gonna
instant
ask you a
offense. You
question.
need a little bit of a bench. Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna throw this out there.
Here's a suggestion for
What
both
do
of
you
you.
guys think of John Wall?
I mean, he'd be pretty
Contract's too
cheap to
big.
get.
That contract isn't it still hovering? That humongous
A
contract he signed at
huge
30
Expiring,
something
contract.
bro.
mil.
Yeah.
It's done. Okay. Okay.
It'd be an expiring contract this next year. That's
Oh,
what
it'll
he
be
was just saying.
expiring. So he'll have one season left to prove
Yeah.
himself. What about John Wall? John Wall, what do you think? That's the only guy I could see. But then we'd have to, because we'd be over the salary. No, we still have a lot of money on the salary cap, right?
Well, yeah,
We're
we have
not even.
two max slots. My suggestion would be, what about like, I already said Donovan Mitchell. What about like a Colin Sexton?
I mean, if they
See,
want to get rid of him,
if they
Yeah, I mean,
Colin Sexton, I've seen him play. He has a low IQ. He's kind of like a shooter. He's the kind of guy who will get you upset.
mm,
He's not a
yeah, but
distributor.
yeah, for sure.
He's not a distributor. I've seen a lot of guys get upset at Colin Sexton. Yo, I want to hear something funny. Colin Sexton came out here when he was in college and he lost to Carleton University.
oh really?
Bro, I watched that. Yo, he got cooked. He lost to Carleton. He played Alabama versus Carleton, bro. I watched that. He got cooked, man. No, he didn't get cooked. He was actually the only one, like, really. Carleton was just too. They were playing too. They had a lot going on, bro. Colin Sexton was going to work. He was battling Carleton, though. You should check it out when you guys get the time, bro. Like, Colin Sexton versus Carleton University. He was going to work. He was battling. He just doesn't have distribution skills. That's the problem with him.
Mm.
What do you guys think about
We
Delano
don't need
Banton?
distribution though.
What do you think
We
about
already
Banton,
have
though?
like,
Do you think Banton could do this? You think Banton could take on that role, get in the weight room, maybe put him in the hyperbolic time chamber and just kind of like get him all big and just his because the passing is there, but he fumbles the ball a lot. He's kind of a little bit like, he's the kind of guy he slips over his kind of shoes or whatever. But what do you guys think? It'd be cheap. We save a lot more money.
Banton at the one, you're saying?
Yeah,
Like full time?
full time.
I mean, Fred, like we have to find what we can get for Fred first for that to happen. I don't think anyone's going to be okay
I would
with
love
that.
to
Like,
get some centers for Fred. Like, what do you
I'd
guys think
love
about
Trent.
Bol?
Bobo.
He's had a couple chances, man. Like I don't think
So
he's
I
the
don't know
real
what's
deal,
going
bro.
on with him, bro. Yeah,
You know what I
honestly,
mean?
bro.
He's on Denver. He wasn't really saying nothing.
He
Then he
failed
went to
the
where?
physical in Detroit. He didn't even get. They traded him to Detroit. He failed the physical, and then they sent him to Orlando.
Look at
I'm like,
that.
dude,
Yeah,
this guy's
I
playing
don't
with his
see Bobo
career.
happening.
What about what's this other
Knowing
guy's
the
name over
Messiah
here?
and the Raptors, like the only type of center we want is like an Evan Mobley.
I'm not
Like
gonna
we
get
need
him
that
though.
type of. We're not gonna get him, but like someone like him who
What
can
about
like
Mo Bamba?
play, who can switch. Bamba's nice, but I've heard some like mixed rumors about him with Magic fans.
Yeah, what they say he's not. He's not working hard.
He doesn't play with energy. Yeah,
He's a
he
play
doesn't
with
play
no.
with energy.
Oh man, get it. He has no motor. Oh nah. What about Andrew Wiggins?
Well, that's another. We have a bunch of guys kind of.
We
Well,
got
not
Shake
in full, but
Siakam. You guys
we have a
never
lot
heard.
of. Yeah, we have a.
Wh-
Yeah.
What
We'll
about
get a
Tristan
package.
Thompson?
We can get him in off season.
I
Like
mean, we
free
could,
agency.
but it has to be for like the super low, like the not the
Yeah.
max, the low max. Like
You think he could
something like
start
that.
here though? Like you think he could play in starter? Is he washed?
Nah,
He's
a center like
washed,
him
bro.
we can get right for free agency for like just a minimum or like 5-10 mil. Like we can
What
sign
about
He
some
doesn't
Corey?
guys like that.
add anything though. Like
What
what can
about
he
Corey
really add?
Joseph as point guard? Bringing him back.
Corey
Nah,
Joseph.
nah.
Might as well
He's
run Banton at
washed.
that point.
Yeah, might as well
He
run
plays the
batting.
Pistons, man. Yeah, Corey Joseph plays the Pistons, man.
Yeah,
You
he's
might as well play
washed.
Banton and David Johnson at that point.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, flip. Like
That's
I'm
the
trying
one
to figure this
Casey's
out.
guy right there. That's like his, little handbag,
Yeah,
you know.
I know.
So I'm
Yeah,
letting them
no,
go.
we're not gonna get a point guard. I don't think we should get a pure point guard. Like I feel like we have too many passers already. Fred, like not Fred, like Siakam and Scotty. Like they're just passive players already. We need that like a shot creator who can assist Gary Trent Jr. I mean, maybe put Gary on the bench, make him be like a Jordan Clarkson type of player, and get like a combo guard that is more like efficient than Fred, who can get you baskets when you need them to. Like that's what we need.
I think we need a center and we need a point guard, like a true explosive. Like, where's I feel like we don't have that much athleticism at like the one position. Like, we just have like a bunch of long athletic guys, but we don't really have no like true like John Morant type guys that can just like dunk on you or like acrobatic layups and like you know what I mean?
Yes,
We have no
acrobatic
like
layups, hang
acrobatics. Like, what
time, guys who can do things in
hang
the
time?
air.
Yeah, like hang time. Like, what happened to those guys? There used to be so
Bro,
many
there's
of
so
them.
many. The NBA was filled with them, bro.
Like
Remember at one
short
point,
guy, like 6'3", like
six
strong
three,
and just like
6'1",
yeah,
6'2". The guys were just flying in the air, bro. Everyone
strong, athletic.
strong,
Yeah,
yeah, durable. Them guys will play like every game, just dunking on guys and just jumping. It's like they all were like hang gliders out there, man. I don't know what's going on.
Box
yeah,
office, right?
Yeah,
We need
box
those guys.
office guys just like they're in the air and it's just like, oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
we don't
see
have really
Donovan
that.
Mitchell as being
I
the
see
only
some
guy like that
intimidation
Johnny
too.
Mitchell, you're right. Donovan Mitchell is the only guy.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
market.
yeah. Jamal Murray has that
Jamal
too.
Murray. You think we should
So
pull a trade and get Jamal Murray?
that would be
Bro, I
We
nice.
would
could
do
try.
it,
Like
bro.
that. I would like that. Yeah,
Jamal
yeah.
Murray. I forgot about him. He's probably the guy. You think we can get him though?
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
Bro,
Yoki.
I would
potentially.
trade.
No.
I would trade OG Anunoby, Fred Van Fleet.
That might work for both sides if you think about it. Well, I think he's already signed the max, didn't he? Jamal Murray.
I'll I'll give him
Yeah.
the max here.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I'll take that max on. He's like what 22? How old is that guy? He's not even 25.
He just turned 25.
Oh, he just turned 25. Damn,
I
that
would
guy's
give
a
up
hang glider.
OG and Fred for
He's
Jamal
not
Murray and
athletic
maybe a
anymore
draft
though.
pick.
He's
He
more.
got hurt, but we haven't seen him though. Like I don't know
He's a
where
playoff performer though. I'll give him that. He
we haven't
performs.
seen him since he got hurt, eh? So if we got him,
No.
it's
Did
kind
you
of
see
like
that
up in the
series
air.
with him and Donovan? They were going like 40 pieces every night.
Jeez, man.
That one
We don't
that
have
one
nobody
series.
like that. That's the thing, right? We have
No, that's what
nobody
I'm saying.
who can give us a 40. Nobody. Maybe Gary, but we don't have anybody who can give us an athletic at
Gary
the
can't
rim
give no
dunk.
They
40.
didn't do us 40 in the playoffs. They
Gary,
did in the
Gary,
regular
Gary,
season.
40.
Gary's not no 40 guy. Gary will give you like 20, 23 maybe. Like Gary's capped at 25, man. That's a
You
long
don't
night
see
for
it in him.
Gary.
You don't see a 40 in Gary. Like
Gary's not
at
no
least
hang
like
glider,
five
man.
times a year. Like
I'm not even lying to you. Gary's generic, man. He's kind of one.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you,
dang,
bro. He's a one
dang.
dimensional player, bro.
Really? Yeah. I don't
Bro,
know. I
look
like Gary.
outside of
I like his shot making game. I like the way that he can just get is a very
bro.
nice like
Yeah, but
shot.
he's not that shot maker that's gonna get to that level of like a Booker or a Beal.
Yeah,
Like he'll stay
exactly.
at that Clarkson Lou Williams level his whole life.
That's
I
what I'm
don't see
saying,
him being like.
bro.
I mean,
Do you
unless you
see
say
it from
otherwise,
Gary?
I guess.
I think there's another level he can
It's
go
the
up to.
second year
Like
here. He's a year and a half here. He's a year and a half here, right?
yeah, I think
So,
he can go up a little more. Like he's pretty young. Like what is he, like
yo,
23?
OG was supposed to go up a little bit more. What's happening with OG?
What happened to the OG and
Three
Kawhi comp?
quick fouls.
That dude fell on
What?
the court like he was dribbling and then he just like fell. Yo, Osta, I think you're echoing in the back. So yeah, I think you're playing
No,
the thing on the
I think
side.
it's you, bro. I think it's you.
Oh, is it me?
I think it's you, bro. Because I heard it on the playback too.
Am I echoing now? Yeah, I am echoing. Am I echoing now? I don't
You
know what's
sound
going
good.
on.
You're good.
Wait, hold on. Nah, it is me. I am echoing. Something's going on.
Told you, bro. It's you, though.
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah, it's gone now. Oh no,
Ostar,
it's still going.
what's your opinion on what we can get for Fred?
For Fred,
Yeah.
yo, honestly, for Fred, we want to get at least like somebody who's can average at least 20, at least 20 a game. Why not? Somebody who can average at least 20 points a game. That's what I want for Fred.
Like, who do you think's gonna want him though?
Bro, who's echoing, bro? I think it's you, bro. Death 4K. Oh no, that's L Selector.
Nah, I muted myself.
Yeah,
That
let me
4K,
mute
try to
myself.
mute yourself.
Me
Yeah.
too, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Ostas. Yeah, I think it's Def 4K, bro. Yeah, I think he's echoing in the back.
Death 4K.
Yeah. Because I was wondering, I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, Def 4K, jump in and jump back out. Or jump out and jump back in, bro. I think you're echoing, or try to fix that. But yeah, man, it's just like, what the heck? Dude, like, what do you think? What do you guys think? Like, what do you think, Ostas?
Honestly, I'm not even too sure, but like as Death 4K was saying, trade for Fred. We have to get somebody who can score the ball, bro. Like somebody who can put the ball in the basket, bro. Honestly, as somebody who has a little bit of like, like cojones, bro. Like I don't like the way Embiid was able to
Jamal
just come in
Murray.
here and just,
Jamal
yeah, like,
Murray, bro. I think that was the guy. He I think we can get him. I think we can get him. I think we could if we could I think we could trade maybe Fred Van Fleet, OG Anunoby, and maybe trade
like
Gary Trent.
that's a lot.
I'll do it.
Gary, I mean, I'm high on Gary Trent. No homo. Like I like Gary Trent. I don't know why. Like he can make shots. I feel like he's young. What
Is
is he?
Gary Trent better
23?
than Jamal Murray?
Not even
That's
close.
asking,
Not even close. But like we're leveraging a lot of our
bro.
future if we gave away Gary Trent at this
Imagine
point.
Scotty Barnes, OG, Pascal Siakam, and Jamal Murray. That's a big three right there. Low key, that's an underrated big three right there. That's a scary big three in the playoffs. James Harden would have headaches with Jamal Murray.
He would. He
He
would.
would have
James Harden,
headaches.
he's not ready.
Jamal Murray would have dunked on Embiid.
That's what we were missing. We're missing that one guy who can just like pop it on his head, bro. Like just I didn't
Pop it
see that.
back
Like
and just end him.
nobody want. Remember, he's like Chris Boucher like grabbed his ankle, like some
Yeah,
beta type stuff. What was that,
he's
bro?
pushing guys. He was pushing guys. Nobody
He
body slammed
pushing
him.
guys. He pushed
Stepping
Pascal.
on guys.
Stepping out. He's menace, bro. Straight menace. Like saying STFU to the crowd. All that, bro.
Yeah.
And then
was out
James
there
Harden had to
bullying
calm
guys.
him down, like, yo, calm down, bro.
Yeah.
And then what's the name? Tobias Harris had to calm him down, like, yo, calm down. Bro, we don't have no guy like that, bro. No
I
guy
agree.
would just be, like the bad kid in class, bro. You have to like kind of like calm him down a little bit because he's like wilding out too much or at recess or in the club or something. Like, he's wilding.
Or that nuthead friend you have, that one crazy friend you got.
Calm him down a little bit, but you kind of need him on your team a little bit, because he keeps, you know what I mean? Keeps all the haters away.
Yeah, I
bro.
agree.
We don't have that. We don't have nobody like that. Like a guy's a little bit like wired, a little bit like.
No, I agree. I agree with you. Yo, that 4K. What do you think about OG Anunoby, Fred VanVleet, and Gary Trent for Jamal Murray?
That's too much. No?
Too much, bro.
Yo, Jamal Murray though. What about Fred VanVleet and Gary Trent for Jamal Murray?
I feel like you could just get him for Fred and like a draft pick because they need something. Like Jokic just won the second MVP. I mean, he's going to win the second MVP. I looked at the votes and everything, so they're gonna want a guy who's healthy, right? Like, they're not gonna want like a two-time MVP getting gentleman swept every year in the playoffs, right? So
yeah,
if Jamal Murray's also injured too, so you don't know what kind of player he's gonna be. So it might be a low risk, high reward and I feel like Jamal Murray.
I think that makes room for other guys because they have. Who?
Yeah, go ahead. I was saying that Jamal Murray, he's injury prone, but so is Fred. So like, he's younger too, and he's proven in the playoffs.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's gotten some big shots.
space on their end,
Oh,
right? Because Jamal Murray, that contract is hefty, bro.
That
That's a
contract is
hefty,
massive.
hefty.
But remember
Fred's
though,
contract is
Jamal
tricky.
Murray, he's very marketable out here, so they can make money from Jamal Murray. He is from Kitchener, Ontario, right?
Yup.
Yeah,
So he is Canadian born player in the NBA. So you could use him for marketability purposes if he turns out to be the player that he can potentially become, or he was projected to
Bro,
be.
5 years, 158, bro. That's like 31 a year. And he's sat out this whole year. They might want to get rid of him, bro. They might want
They
to get
might
rid of
want to
him.
get rid of him. That's what I'm trying to say.
he's
They,
worth it though if he plays up to that contract. Like he's eliminated the Clippers by himself probably. Like he's done that,
yeah,
and
he's
like
good.
we're asking him to be a third option on our team too, right? We're not asking him to be the main guy. Like he can be in the playoffs, but like our main guy would be one Scotty Barnes, second Siakam, and then him, right? So we're
I
either looking
mean,
for a second option or a first option, or maybe even a third option, depending on how you believe in Scotty Barnes, right?
yeah, Scotty Barnes is
Yeah,
plug and
that's a
play.
good question, bro.
He's good to
Honestly, though,
go.
I think Jamal Murray would be the answer, though. I
Yeah.
think that's the closest guy. I think I don't know what happened. I don't know if he's gonna be able to. It's a gamble. I don't know if he's gonna be able to come back. I don't know if he's gonna become injury prone and then he's gonna be what if kind of guys. You'll see like 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years down the line, 10 years, people dropping videos about how great Jamal Murray was, but he kept getting. I don't know. He might be a Derrick Rose type. You know what I mean? You
Yeah, the
never
thing
know.
is, Raptors need to get rid of that mentality that like every player needs to be able to defend every position because you're never gonna get anywhere with like subpar offense. Like, yeah, you need elite defense to go far in the playoffs, but you also need to like make shots.
I
And
agree.
even if Jamal Murray's not a good defender, even if these guys are not good defenders, what they provide on the offensive, side is just it makes up for it, I feel. I
I
mean, it's up to
agree.
Masai. We'll see what
No,
happens.
no, I agree. I agree. That makes sense, bro. Because honestly, like having all these long wings, everybody's a long wing. Like, come on, like we need something else. You know what I mean? Like, what about just like a speed demon or like what about like a guy who just had 3 point specialists or like what about like like a guy who's like 7'4" or some shit like what I mean we have so generic bro like easy to I don't know man and then one
We
style of
saw
playing
today
on the
too.
offense
The 6'9" lineup, they can't play defense to the highest level for the whole game. They
they
get
can't
tired. They got tired today, so they need that they need those offensive guys too to come in and like do, and then they need those defenders too. We can run that 6'9" lineups too. We can we're not trade we're if we're trading Fred for Jamal Murray, we can still run that lineup, but we just don't have to run it the whole game.
Bro, we got to gamble out here, bro. We got to gamble, guys. Like, we have to figure out what the hell we're going to do. Like, if Jamal Murray is that guy, Jamal Murray is that guy. Like, I think we should pull the trigger on that. Suits our guy 6 can. I know you've been in the chat, bro. You said trade Fred Van Fleet, a draft pick, Chris Boucher for Jamal Murray. I agree. Jaden Ivey, Patrick Baldwin Jr. fix this team. I don't know about Chet Holmgren. Dude is this year. Draft people saying he's good, but he's skinny as fuck. I want to what I want to see is the Raptors trade Fred Van Fleet, Jaden Ivey in the center. No, I agree. I don't know about Jaden Ivey. Yeah, we need Donovan Mitchell trade. Yeah, bro. Donovan Mitchell's that guy, bro. We could get him, bro. We could get him. 6 Canada, bro.
Some
When are you gonna
matchups.
jump in? You gotta jump in the stream one of these bears. I see you in the comments section, bro. I want to hear what you gotta say, man. Jump in one of these days, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. Jump in, bro. Like, tell us what you think about Jamal Murray, bro. Because honestly, like, I think Jamal Murray, I don't know what we're gonna get out of him, but we gotta gamble, man. We did the same thing with Kawhi Leonard. We gambled. We didn't know what the hell we were getting out of that guy. You know what I mean? But maybe Masai knew. But I think Jamal Murray would be that guy. But Jamal Murray's very explosive, though. He's not that tall. I actually met the guy one time. He's not that tall.
really
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
he
6'2", 6'3".
yeah, he sticks to. He looked like he was probably like 6'2", bro. Honestly, bro. He did not look tall at all, bro. Which kind of it was like, wow, a guy that small packs a big punch, man. You know what I mean? Yeah,
We'll have to see what's available because I don't know if the Nuggets are gonna wanna. Nuggets are gonna make changes, right? So
yeah.
I mean, do you guys see yourself trading for MPJ
Hmm.
Who?
or like Michael Porter Jr.
Oh,
Because I heard he's on the block too, right?
he has that back, that bad back, bro. His back is like broken in like four pieces, bro. So if he can
Yeah,
recover from that, then yeah. I mean, I liked what I saw of him before he got injured, right? But he kind of tailed off a bit, right? But in the
he's
bubble,
been on
like his name
Nashville
was on
too, right?
fire. Like his name was a hot name. Like and Michael Carter, Mike, boom. And then all of a sudden he just kind of tailed off, and then he just got injured, bro. So I don't know what's going on with him, but why not? Why not? I'll be a solid name on the Raptors. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Six Can TV was mentioning this 2023 draft prospects, right? So, or 2022. These guys, I don't think we're gonna get any of them because of the fact that these top lottery pick teams, they're not gonna want a 27-year-old point guard or OG Anunoby, right? Or even Siakam.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like these guys are aging nowadays. 27 is old, bro. Like so, KD's a dinosaur. Then, like, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I think we need some veterans, though. I mean, whatever happened to like a you know what I mean? Look at Miami. They got Haslam. We don't got nobody over like 34, like 35. We got nobody who can come in and give the guy some wisdom, some insight, some, like we're missing. I don't know, man. I feel like we're missing a lot, bro. We're missing a lot, especially on that bench, bro. Those bench guys are just like deer in the headlights, bro. They ain't really doing much. So at least fill up the bench with some guys with some experience or like, some 3-point specialists, some big guys, like 7'3" guys or something, bro. Some enforcers or something, man. Like just all these generic guys. It's just like, and this one style of playing on offense kind of killed us, man. Like, honestly, this is bad,
We have
bro.
no ISO scorers. We have no ISO scorers.
Well,
There's
Pascal can
no.
ISO. Pascal can give you some isolation. Like he can do that, right? But how long before teams start throwing a double team at him? And then what? What if we're cold from the 3-point line? You know what I mean? It's just like, bruh, we don't really
We
have a
don't have
pick and roll
shooters either.
offense. We have no pick and roll offense. Like we can't do a pick and roll if our life
Who's a pick
depended
and
on
roll
it.
threat for us?
Well, Kyle Lowry was our pick and roll threat. Ever since he left, it's like we have no Fred
Oh
VanVleet can't
man,
execute that.
he can't. Yeah, he can't execute that. Kyle Lowry execute the pick and roll to his
Bro,
signs,
we
and Kyle
have
Lowry
no
know how to.
roll man. We have
Yeah,
no roll
Yeah,
man. We don't
exactly.
even
That's what
have
I'm
a ball
saying. We
handler.
have no role, man. You see what I'm
no
trying to say
passer,
now?
no
We have
passer
no we have
either.
no role. We have no pick man. We have no role man. Like it's just to get a
Yeah,
switch. You know what I mean? It's just for a switch. So
exactly.
get a switch. No, like we need
Like
to
we
have a
want pick and
pick guy
pops,
role. That
right?
should be like an integral part of. Yeah, exactly. Too much of that, man. Like pick and pop and nah, man. You need pick and roll guys who can just ram it down your throat on the like. Precious is supposed to be that guy, but nah,
He's not even
IQ's
a.
not there
He
yet.
can't be a lob. He's supposed to be a lob threat, but because Fred can't throw lobs, he can't
Yeah,
catch them.
yeah.
He can't catch them. Throwing lobs is a skill. I think Lowry was one of the best lob threats. Lowry and like CP3, they're one of the best lob threats in the
Oh
NBA,
yeah.
right? Him, that and LeBron, but we need someone who can catch lobs and we need someone who can throw lobs. And then pick and popping, we even this last game, game six, I saw OG popping way too many times. And then Siakam, right? He's just trying to set screens and he's just getting bodied, right? He
Yeah.
doesn't have that big body to actually, let that guard drive through to the paint after the screen, right?
Right. Bro, like we don't have like a Jonas Valanciunas or like a Bismack Biyombo, Steven Adams, Robert Williams III. Like we don't have no guys like that. Like just a bruiser. Like Boucher's too skinny, bro. Like he can't do it. Like who else? We don't
Boucher
have
played
no
his last
big
game as
guy.
a Raptor, I feel.
You think
It's
so?
sad.
Why? Why? We need him, bro. He's not. I don't mind. I
15,
don't
not
mind
getting
Boucher.
13 mil.
He gave us a spark. He was our leading scorer. Like after what the first quarter. He's the
Wait, you
only
want to pay Boucher
guy
15
that
mil a year?
wants to play. He played us on desperation, bro. Huh? Who wants him?
Boucher is gonna be paid like 15 mil at least.
Think so, eh?
And yeah,
Oh,
he's
we're
got a
not
10
gonna
million
match
dollar
it.
contract right now, and he's trying. He said he wants to get paid.
We're not matching it.
Maybe 1 year, 2 year, but we didn't even extend Serge Ibaka, right? Like I don't know what Masai's thinking, but like Chris Boucher, we didn't give Serge Ibaka $10 million a year, and he was averaging 16 points per game. I don't know what Chris Boucher's gonna get.
That's a good point, man. And look at Ibaka now. He's a journeyman, bro. Went to the Clippers on the Bucks now. I don't know, man. What about What about if we went out and got what's his name there, bro? From what do you call it there? From Washington, Kristaps Porzingis or someone like that.
Porzingis could work in Toronto. I feel like he's a very underrated guy. Um, he doesn't necessarily fix all our problems, but he can do some, he can do some pick and roll. He can shoot the three. He's got a little bit of a post game. He's young
Right?
too. I mean, he's not too old. He's not a good rebounder, but I feel like rebounding really wasn't our issue this year. We were a pretty good rebounding team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was what I think in game one we had a very bad rebounding game, but for the most part, yeah, guys know how to get. We have guys that give that effort. You know what I mean? I just think we need like guys who can do a few different things at a few different times. Like Danny Green. When we had Danny Green, it's like okay, we know Danny's good for a couple threes. I know his percentage wasn't even all that great, but you knew that like Danny Green is like he's a threat. You got to cover him. You can't just leave him there wide open. Um, and yeah, we just need a little bit more guys who can do certain things at certain times of the game, man, because we just look very one dimensional on the offensive end. It was bad. It was bad. Especially in that third quarter, we're just bricking threes left, right, and center. It was bad, bro. Like where was Nick Nurse to say, guys, no more threes, it's over. No, take it to the rack. Put your body into Joel Embiid. He has a broken freaking finger, bro. Just go at him, bro. Gosh, man, it was sad, bro. It was a sad second half. Super sad.
Yeah, what do you think about the Bucks and Celtics series?
Bucks and Celtics. Honestly, the Bucks are the underdogs. I'm so surprised. I guess because what's his name's not playing Middleton. But I think the Celtics could do it this year. If they can knock off the Bucks, then I think they can possibly win the chip, bro. But I heard reports that Jalen Brown is injured or he had some type of injury. So they need the full team. They need their full team. If they don't have a full team, I don't know if they can knock off the Bucks without Chris Middleton. So I got Celtics winning that series, man. I think Celtics are a really good defensive team. Their coach is really good. And Tatum's a star. Who's gonna stop Tatum on the Bucks besides Giannis? But Giannis is gonna be gonna have to pretty much do everything on both sides of the floor. So
I
I
think
know
Drew
I
Holiday
got
could lock him up.
who?
Drew Holiday can lock him up.
Tatum?
Yeah,
Tatum's what like six
Drew's
nine,
guarded.
bro?
Drew's guarded Kevin Durant.
I don't know. I just saw a lot of good things from
And who's
Tatum in
gonna
that
stop
last
Giannis
series.
on their end?
On there, and they play that team defense. I mean, they stop Kevin Durant. And they can game plan for Giannis.
Yo,
I think that they can
KD's
game
a
plan
jump
for
shooter,
Giannis.
right? Giannis is like just a force of nature.
He is.
He can
But
shoot a
there
little bit
were
too
some
this year.
vulnerable moments in that series. They did lose that one game to the Bulls. It was like, bruh,
Oh
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Giannis is human sometimes. You saw him versus the Raptors 2019. Last year he didn't look too human, but I don't know. This year in spots, he's looked pretty human. The Bucks, what they finished fourth in the East. So
Yeah, I mean, Brooke Lopez is injured. I mean, this year it's really wide open. The East is wide
yeah,
open.
it's wide open. I see the Celtics taking that series. They're already minus 200 right now. If
Yeah.
Bucks win that series, it's the underdogs winning that series. They're like plus 150, I think. So they are underdogs at the moment, the Bucks, right? So I can see Celtics taking it, to be honest with you. I can see Celtics. They got that defense, bro. They got that defense. And if Milwaukee's shooters aren't on, They don't really have much going on. Like Grayson Allen isn't hitting a bunch of threes, and Pat Connaughton ain't hitting a bunch of threes, and they could just let Giannis do whatever he wants to do. They could take him out, man. They could take him out. And Chris Middleton doesn't get healthy fast enough. You see what I'm saying? They're kind of thin outside of like Giannis, bro. They don't have much, bro. It's just all Giannis. Wes Matthews, like who they really gonna go to?
No,
If
I agree
Giannis
with
is
you.
yeah.
I agree with you, bro. Like, who are they gonna go to, bro? Like,
I mean, it's all on Giannis and Drew.
Yeah. Giannis gotta drop 50 and shit. Like, that's too much every game. No Middleton.
We'll see what
Boston can
happens
steal
in that
this.
series.
This is their time. This is their chance. If Boston doesn't take this, you gotta really start asking some
you
questions.
think Boston can win it all, though? I don't think Boston can win it all, though.
Why
I
not?
don't see
Like,
them. I see them going into the playoffs, losing them to the Suns. Bro, I would want to see preferably Milwaukee going to the playoffs and trying to win it all, bro. Because I think Milwaukee can actually get it done. I don't want to. I rather see an Eastern Conference team win than a Western Conference team, personally. You know what I mean? I rather see that.
I mean,
I don't want to
Giannis is
see
the
that.
best player.
If Chris Paul wins, oh my God, they're gonna try to say Chris Paul is the greatest player since sliced bread and cheese, and he's not. Well, you know what though? Oh yeah, I forgot the Golden State Warriors are there. Golden State Warriors might win it all. I'd like to see Golden State versus Milwaukee in the finals. That'd be an intriguing series.
yeah, it would be. I agree.
I'd like to see what
Curry's not
Curry.
even playing that good. That's
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah, Curry doesn't play good in finals either for whatever reason. I don't know what it is, but he just doesn't play good in finals. He's never won a Finals MVP for whatever reason. Just doesn't play. Yeah, it is what it is, though. Salute to Curry, though, but it is what it is. Yo, what you guys watching the NFL draft, bro? Who was the first quarterback picked? Was it Kenny Pickett or the other guy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let me check this out.
Yeah, I think I looked at it briefly. It was
it Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett or what's his name? Ritter. Who got picked first? I think it was probably. Let me see.
Travon Walker.
Travon Walker?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the first.
Seconds.
Yeah. Oh, I'm talking about the first quarterback pick. Sorry, I didn't even say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who's the first quarterback?
I was looking for the Canadian, the John Mechie, the third.
Is he going to? Is
From
he going to get
Alabama?
drafted though? Oh, I don't know about him. I thought you were talking about the Canadian quarterback. Oh, it was Kenny Pickett. Wow, yeah. Kenny Pickett got drafted to Pittsburgh.
They need a quarterback.
Wow. So Kenny Pickett got drafted. Who got drafted? How many quarterbacks got drafted? Wow, Malik Willis didn't even get drafted in the first round. Bro, there was all that hype around him, and Kenny Pickett went. Well, Kenny Pickett went to the University of Pittsburgh.
Wow. Where'd that other Canadian guy go? The linebacker from Penn State.
I don't know. It's only the first round they did today. Oh no, he went to the wide receiver from Penn State. I don't know about the linebacker.
Okay.
I only seen a wide receiver get drafted to from Penn State get drafted to freaking Washington, bro. Wow, Malik Willis didn't get drafted in the first round. Shocked, bro. They were talking like he was a first rounder. Oh well, it is what it is. Yo, salute to Kenny Pickett, bro.
Jeez, number 20.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
So you see, what's his name got traded, bro? AJ Brown to Philadelphia.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
He wanted out.
Damn.
These guys want to get paid, bro, for like one half a hot season, bro. A lot of these wide receivers.
Honestly, bro, I know what you mean, bro. They'll hold out. They'll try to hold the franchise hostage, man.
They killed it. Yo, that's like but they've been doing that for a while now. If you really think about it, they've been holding franchises hostage for a while, bro. Like every year it's the same ish, bro. Every year with these NFL guys.
Damn. This guy didn't get drafted. He didn't get drafted in the first round. I'm shocked. Yo, the man's at the draft. So all 30 picks got picked, and he wasn't even picked.
I don't know. This one wasn't as, I think because it's on the
The
same day as the thing, yo. Same
Yeah,
day as the
honestly,
playoff.
the Raptors. Yeah, yeah, they're
Yeah.
going nuts in the states about it. Yeah, the
Yeah.
playoffs are going on too. Yeah, but it's not getting that much attention, bro. Louis asked me, would I do this? I said, bro, I'm not doing because I said I don't even know the guys, bro. Next year I'll do it, bro. I've been following up with college football as of late, bro. I'm gonna be doing college football. I'm gonna be doing the gambling stuff, bro.
Yeah.
For it, yeah, this coming summertime, bro. I'm gonna actually prepare for that. But yeah, be doing the college football and the NFL. Bro, also other guys, I'll be doing we're not done yet, by the way, for you guys out there wondering is it the end? Yeah, we'll do the draft. What day is the NBA draft? I might not even be in the country when the NBA draft happens, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'll probably be out of the country then. What day is the draft?
Oh, it's coming. It's always sometime in like June, no?
Yeah, I probably won't be in the
Always
country
sometime in
then.
June. Yeah.
Let me see the date. June no, actually I'll be I should be no, I will be around. I will be around June 23rd. So we'll do the draft June 23rd, and then I'm gonna be heading out of country after that. So yeah, June 23rd we'll be in the draft. So we'll do the draft. NBA finals, we'll do the NBA finals, we'll do the Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals.
Okay.
And then that's all, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, shout out to my guy. Yeah, shout out to my guy Def 4K, bro. Yeah. Salute to my guy Def 4K, definitely, bro. Salute to my guy O Styles. We're gonna be doing the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference finals. We'll leave the semifinals out. So whoever makes the Eastern Conference, and then we'll do the NBA finals. So we'll still be doing NBA talk and stuff like that. We're not gonna be going hardcore like we did with the Raptors. Congratulations to the 76ers again for defeating the Toronto Raptors. We're not so losers over here. They got their job done, whatever. We'll be out of here. We'll be back. Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals. Salute to my guy Omari Styles. Thank you again for Omari Styles for pulling up. Salute to my guy Louis. Salute to number one blogger as well. Salute to my guy number one blogger. Salute coming out. Salute to Canada, Six Canada TV. Raptor season is officially ended. I thank all of you guys. I thank all the content creators, all you guys. We all did this all together, bro. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. Salute to the Toronto Raptors, Masai Ujiri, and everybody in that building over there. What else, bro? You have any final thoughts? Final words?
Yo, Raptors, man. I get it. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, but that second
Mhm.
half, man, you guys gotta come back next year and avenge that, bro. Honestly, there's
Facts.
no way you guys can go out like that next year, especially if you guys face Philly again. You can't let them be coming here and just do all those, all that silly stuff, bro. So, but great season, Scotty Barnes. You know what I mean? Great season, Fred Van Fleet. Yo, exceeded my expectations. I thought they might not even made the playoffs or the play in. But yo, salute to El Selector for all the hard work he puts in, bro. You know what I mean? This is his time he's putting into this. So salute to you. And yeah, Death 4K, Louis, everybody who comes in, GNH, Six Canada, everybody, man. Salute. Check out my channel too. Subscribe. You already know,
Yeah,
man.
definitely. I'm gonna put his channel at the bottom here, bro. You guys watching playback? Anyone who's still in here, I'm gonna put the Omari Wave channel on here. You can check him out on YouTube. He does some good work. Please
Yeah.
subscribe to his channel. Is it the Omari Wave?
Yeah, the Amari Wave.
Okay, did I put it in there correctly? Tell me if you see it in there.
Uh,
The Amari Wave, is that the channel?
it's
Put it.
T.
Huh?
Just put the THE in front. I can't comment.
Okay.
No, I can't.
Okay. All right.
THE in
THE.
front of it. Yeah,
The
the
Omari.
Omari Wave.
Okay, the Omari Wave. Salute to my guy Omari Wave.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, there it is. I put it in there. You'll see it. Definitely. Does good work, good content from this guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Omari Wave, highlighting it right here. Check him out.
There it is.
Definitely does sports content, does all types of stuff, lifestyle, entertainment,
Yes, sir.
everything you name it, financial literacy, you name it. He has everything talking about everything that's going on around the world today. So salute to my guy, the Omari Wave. Anyways, we're signing out, man. Deuces. Thank you again. Peace.